A season-long journey follows a path to greatness. A destination. A dream. A quest for excellence. It's your time. A time to compete for a place in Nebraska sports history. Great moments are earned here. Play like a champion. Welcome to the NSAA State Football Championships on NET.
NET Sports, Nebraska's home for championship sports, is live from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska, as we get set to crown our third state champion of the day in Class A. It's the Omaha North Vikings at 12-0, taking on the 11-1 Junior Jays of Creighton Prep. And hello again, everybody. Along with Blake Lawrence, I'm Larry Putney. Great to have you with us as we get set to crown another state champion tonight in Class A. It's Creighton Prep taking on Omaha North. Now, Creighton Prep has been here in a state championship game more than any other team in the state, but it's been 10 years since they were here at Memorial Stadium back in 2004. A bit of a different story, though, for Omaha North. They're the defending state champs and led by one of the best running backs the state's ever seen.
And that would be senior running back Calvin Strong. Calvin Strong is a workhorse for Omaha North. The 5'10", 175-pound running back is Nebraska's all-time leading rusher in 11-man football. Larry has over 7,000 yards in his career. He's going to get the ball a lot tonight, and he's averaging 9 yards a carry, so it's a good excuse to give him the ball. We'll figure out why he's a household name for Nebraska sports fans tonight against Creighton Prep.
On the other side of the football, Creighton Prep, not a bad running back of their own.
Yeah, for the home team, Creighton Prep's Micah Wrench is another senior running back. He's 5'9", 180, so a little similar build to Calvin Strong, but a little bit different. You know, this is a guy that's going to average 5 to 6 yards a carry. He gets more than 20 carries a game, and it opens up a lot of offense for Creighton Prep, and Wrench is going to be a guy that we're going to look at all night, and Wrench versus Strong, and a lot of great players in the field tonight.
Yeah, should be a good one in the field. It's been a trying couple of weeks for Creighton Prep. For more on that, let's go down to the field. Here's Sean Callahan.
Guys, Omaha Creighton Prep head coach Chris Nizzi resigned suddenly on Sunday, November 16th. An Omaha police report stated he'd been cited for misdemeanor assault. Details were widely published. Nizzi was in his fourth season leading the Junior Jays. Stepping in tonight will be offensive coordinator Andy Yost as the interim head coach here in a tough spot for the Junior Jays.
All right, thank you very much, Sean. As the Creighton Blue Jay fans have packed in here to Memorial Stadium, as have the Omaha North Vikings. Vikings at 12-0 on the season. The Junior Jays at 11-1. Let's find out how these two teams got to this point tonight, taking a look at their schedule, starting with the Vikings at 12-0. And you see the one game on their schedule, they've already played Creighton Prep once. That was a 47-14 win. In terms of tight games, there have not been many for the Vikings. They won an opener against Millard West 20-13. The other closest game they had was a battle with Omaha Central, in which they won 35-28. But from that point on, offensively, they have just dominated games and defensively shut opponents out. Here's the Junior Jays. They're 11-1. The only loss is that game against Omaha North, 47-14 loss. They have gotten hot lately. They had a tough one against Central, 30-27 in the quarterfinals. Then in the semis, knocked off Papillion La Vista South 28-0.
Yeah, Creighton Prep is a team that's going to come in, and they play disciplined football, and they know that this is an opportunity to go against Omaha North, and a little redemption game for the Junior Jays. And the fans come out, they're excited. It has been a while since they've been here, and then we across the sidelines see Omaha North fans. They've been here before, so this is going to be a battle of the fan bases, one that feels like they are deserving to be here.
Yep.
Right? I mean, 3 years in a row.
Absolutely.
And 2 years ago they couldn't pull it off, but last year the state champions. So gotta love a night like this.
Let's head down to the field to Sean Callahan with more on the Junior Jays.
And when you talk about guys, this Creighton Prep team a little bit more, just their road to Lincoln, really nobody thought they'd be here. This is a team that was so highly identified by Easton Stick and RJ Urzendowski the last 3 years. Now they're both at North Dakota State, and this was a team that really wasn't even a top 10 ranked team. So for them to get to Lincoln, it's an unbelievable coaching job by this prep staff to really bring a bunch of guys that had never been in this spot before, and not only get them here, but get them to believe to play together, because it really is not a team full of household all-state players like Omaha North. They are a true team, and that's what makes their story, I think, tonight that much better, that they were able to get all the way here to Lincoln to play in this game.
Thanks very much, Sean. Great point. A team that really came out of nowhere from early in the season. Not many people, as Sean said, expected them to be here. Much different story, though, for the Vikings of Omaha North. They are the defending state champs, their third consecutive year down here with one of the best running backs the state of Nebraska has ever seen. 7,000 career yards, 3,008 last year.
Yeah, Calvin Strong, and that's a guy that we've heard his name for a long time.
Right.
And this is his last game in high school before he heads off to South Dakota, and he's going to put on a show. But I think Creighton Prep fans have something to say. This defense is holding up. They're averaging holding opponents to 15 points per game. So the defense is strong for Creighton Prep, and hopefully they got to bottle up Calvin Strong, because they didn't get a chance to earlier in the season.
The Vikings, as we said, come in averaging 47.5 points per game, 431 yards in total offense. And they have been dominant on offense throughout the season. Peyton Nelson, their quarterback, better than 1,400 yards through the air, combined with the 2,000 plus yards of Calvin Strong. Makes it a very, very potent offense. In fact, many of the times the opponents will put 8 or 9 in the box to really slow Calvin Strong. It's given Peyton Nelson an opportunity to go up top to Marquise Lewis, his favorite receiver, who has 40 receptions for nearly 1,000 yards. In fact, if he gets to 100 tonight, they will have a 2,000-yard rusher, a 1,000-yard passer, and a 1,000-yard receiver on the season.
Marquise Lewis. Number 2, Trey Ammons. Number 4, Jordan Strong. Number 5, Calvin Strong. Number 6, Brandon Simpson. Number 7, Grant Martin. Number 9, Peyton Nelson. Number 13, James Morton. Number 22, Markel Vaughn. Number 25, Austin Heim. Number 33, Patrick Jemison. Number 34, Cole Bixler. Number 40, Noah Capezzo. Number 44, Justin Jemison. Number 47, Devlon Whitcomb. Number 60, Kendrick Parker. Number 70, Justin Edwards. Number 75, Anthony Workman. Number 76, Neil Sellers. Number 78, Michael Decker. Number 98, Jalen Onefeather. The head coach for Omaha North, Larry Martin. And now the rest of the Omaha North high school players and coaches.
So there are the Vikings of Omaha North, the defending state champs, 12-0 on the season. Their head coach, Larry Martin, in his 15th season. The Vikings taking on the Junior Jays for the Class A state championship. Let's take a look at a comparison between these two, and you'll see both averaging better than 40 points per game. Omaha North defense a bit more stingy. They run up a few more yards per game, allow about 100 less yards per game, and the takeaways about even between Prep and North. Now for the introduction of the Junior Jays, let's go back to Rich Broderson.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here are the starters for Creighton Prep High School. Number 8, Kristen Ducker. Number 11, Zach Lucky. Number 20, Jeremiah Stovall. Number 21, Micah Wrench. Number 22, Ryan Hove. Number 30, Joe Rodino. Number 35, Matt Copeland. Number 40, Brandon Binya. Number 42, Nick Janicek. Number 44, Steve Janda. Number 54, Jack McClay. Number 60, Davis Becker. Number 63, Josh Stoltenberg. Number 64, Connor Morris. Number 66, Ethan Rue. Number 69, Mitch Ersick. Number 70, John Brandel. Number 74, Drew Russell. Number 82, Logan McNeil. Number 84, John Marcotte. Number 90, Michael Flynn. Number 94, Brandon Caniglia. Number 95, Peter Monahan. The head coach for Creighton Prep, Andy Yost. And the rest of the Creighton Prep High School players and coaches.
So there are the Junior Jays and their head coach, interim head coach Andy Yost. First game as a head coach of the Creighton Prep Junior Jays. Let's take a look at the map of these two teams, and obviously both from Omaha North, Creighton Prep. How do they get here to this state championship game? Well, Prep knocked off Central in a tight one, 30-27, and then they beat Papillion La Vista South 28-zip to make it here to Memorial Stadium. Omaha North has not had much trouble throughout the playoffs. They won 54-14 over Kearney and 48-14 over Grand Island. In fact, it was in that Grand Island game where they were called maybe one of the best, most solid teams that Grand Island had seen in a long time.
Well, you can understand that's a team that's been to the playoffs and they know how to win. They get this close, and just that defense too. You know, we talk so much about the offense for Omaha North, but the defense holding teams less than 15 points a game.
So time now for the playing of our national anthem. For the introduction, we go back to Rich Broderson.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats to honor America. As the Lincoln North Star Mixed Octet, directed by Mrs. Joni Osborne, sings our national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air,
The championship in Nebraska's largest class will be decided tonight here at Memorial Stadium. Omaha North, Creighton Prep. They face off when we come back.
High school's almost over. What's next? I mean, what are my choices? I want to find something I love, so I can make a life for myself. And then I can give back. So, how do I get there?
Take the next step with Education Quest College Planning Services by visiting educationquest.org.
When you've been around for more than a century, you understand the power of generations, the value of nurturing and developing those who will carry on the legacy of agriculture and food production. That's why the Aurora Cooperative helps young people gain the experience, expertise, and wisdom to feed the world, be good stewards, become responsible community leaders, and continue setting the example for the generations that follow. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
Methodist. That's the meaning of care.
Over the years, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association has supported many Nebraska athletes by helping them excel physically. But the mental game is just as important. That's why we're pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and as leaders. We're proud to team up with these exceptional individuals. Together we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
Back at Memorial Stadium, getting set for the Class A State Championship. And just a reminder, you can download the Nebraska NET app at netnebraska.org. Watch up, catch all of the
Big Red Wrap-Up. That's what we need to catch. I watch it every day.
Here's the weather for tonight's game. 33 degrees, a slight breeze. Clear skies, that wind at about 12 miles an hour. Much better than it was earlier today when it was gusting up to about 40 miles an hour. There's your officiating crew out of Omaha, calling tonight's Class A State Championship game. So ready to go here. Omaha North won the toss. They have deferred until the second half, so the Junior Jays will receive. There's Tristan Ducker, number 8, back deep to receive, along with Jeremiah Stovall. So Stovall and Ducker deep. To kick it off for the Vikings is Austin High. And underway on a little squib kick short, taking it about the 22-yard line. And met immediately. A great stop by the North Vikings by Jason Martin. So Junior Jay's offense will come onto the field, led by Zach Lucky. There's a look at Zach Lucky, the 5'10", 100-pound junior. Has rushed for 477 yards, thrown for 627. They'll be in that power pistol offense. Micah Wrench behind Lucky. On first down and 10 from the 29. Nowhere to go for Lucky. Looked like possibly a broken play. Let's take a look at the impact players for both of these teams when the Junior Jays have the ball. And here's a replay of Lucky being dropped in the backfield. Look at those impact players here in a moment. Second down and 13 after the loss of 3 by Zach Lucky. Lucky with a quick toss, incomplete. Intended for Tristan Ducker. Ducker thought he had his hand underneath it. Micah Wrench one of the impact players for Creighton Prep. You see 258 carries, better than 1,400 yards and 22 TDs. And Jeremiah Stovall also at that running back spot for the Junior Jays. So early on, behind the down and distance are the Jays. Lucky in the shotgun, and that's Wrench behind him. 3rd and 13, dropping back is Lucky. Looking downfield, pressure from behind him. He goes deep, got his man, and incomplete. Had a step on the defender, but could not pull it in. The intended receiver, Michael Flynn.
That was a pretty good throw under pressure back there. Zach Lucky is a quarterback. He's not called on to throw too much, but he gets it, and great defensive play by Omaha North's Markel Vaughn. That's an athlete for Omaha North in the secondary, and there's not many guys that get behind him, but Flynn got a step on him. A lot of pressure on Lucky, and got to get the jitters out. That first drive for Creighton Prep, a couple of bobbles and great pass play, but couldn't pull it in.
So back deep now for the Vikings are Marquise Lewis and Markel Vaughn. Peter Monahan kicks it away, kind of a short kick, angled toward the sideline, and good field position for this Omaha North Viking offense to start out. So first possession of the game now for this very potent Viking offense. They come into the season 12-0. They're averaging 47.8 points per game, 430 yards, and there is the man behind the offense, Calvin Strong, 5'8", running back for the Vikings. Headed next year to the University of South Dakota. He's rushed for better than 2,000 yards this season. He gets it right away and immediately into the second level. So on first down, Strong picks up 6.
Jeremy Stovall, the linebacker for Creighton Prep on the stop there. That's a big guy to stop, and you know Calvin Strong, once he gets going, he is hard to stand up, but pretty good job of holding them to 5 yards in the first carry. I know that Strong's ready to get loose.
Nelson and Strong, your impact players for Omaha North. Defensively for Prep, Logan McNeil from that middle linebacker spot leads the team in tackles with 66. So second down and 4 after the gain of 6. Strong gets it again. Another hole up the middle, breaks one tackle, breaks another. Calvin Strong trips himself up at about the 40-yard line, or he would have been gone. A gain of 15 yards, 16.
Great job by the pulling offensive tackle, Michael Decker. Whew. One shoestring tackle, and that would have been a long run for Mr. Strong on the second rush of the day.
2 carries, 22 yards already for Calvin Strong. And those are some fresh legs of Calvin Strong this year. His carries have been limited in the playoffs so that he can continue to have fresh legs under him. And we're seeing that here early. First 3 carries by Strong.
I think Janacek does a good job of getting down to the legs, and that's something you got to do with a running back like this. There's a lot of pressure. Right now, Creighton Prep is saying, how are we going to stop Calvin Strong? I always talk this Omaha North offense. Let's catch him in a blitz. The linebackers are coming quite a bit early in this game. I wonder if that's going to catch them on their heels a little bit as the offense gets going for Omaha North.
4th play, 4th carry for Strong. They really dig at that ball as he goes inside the 30-yard line. And another first down for the Vikings. And it's that offensive line up front, Blake, that is so impressive for this Viking offense. Look at them get to the second level, clear out the backers.
This is a big offensive line. These guys average 265 across the board. I'd love to run behind that offensive line. Calvin Strong, he kind of hides behind him and sneaks out.
First and 10, Strong again. A lot of running room for the running back for the Omaha North Vikings. Let's go down to Sean Callahan.
You know, you guys talk about Calvin Strong and just what he does with the ball, but I think maybe his most impressive stat, not the 7,000 yards, he has over 800 carries now in his career, and he has lost just 1 fumble. And that actually happened last week or in the semifinals against Grand Island. I mean, that is a remarkable stat. You could go around the country, and I guarantee you're not going to find a guy that's carried the ball that many times with that few fumbles.
Strong again on the carry inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line, but another first down. So a heavy dose of Calvin Strong.
Calvin Strong. I mean, he averages 10 yards a carry nearly. And he got the ball first 6 plays in a row. It goes to Calvin Strong. Just ride him down the field.
First down and 10, ball inside the 20. Whistle will blow play dead. Flag on the field.
False start. Offense. 5 yards.
That'll back up the Vikings 5 yards, bring up first down and 15 from about the 23-yard line.
That's one thing that's going to help Creighton Prep tonight, is that they can get Omaha North to commit some mistakes on the offense and push them back a little bit.
Strong again, it popped to the backfield. What a hit by Janasek. Nick Janasek, second leading tackler on the team from that will linebacker spot.
Take a look at this. Janasek comes on the backside. You see the pulling guard. He sneaks in right behind him and does a great job. I mean, this is all you got to do is just throw your whole body at him. 42.
Woo. What a pop by Janasek.
Goodness.
Loss of 2 on the play.
I mean, Janasek, he's 5'11", 190, but he looked like he was a 6'5" monster coming through there. Great play.
7 plays, 7 carries. Now they'll finally go to the air. Up top, wide open to Marquise Lewis. Lewis forced out of bounds inside the 20, down to the 16-yard line on the toss from Peyton Nelson to Marquise Lewis.
Marquise Lewis just sneaks out there. He's wide open. They got the Creighton Prep corner who drops back, and he's playing deep, but that's okay. When you got a second and long, you can play off and let Marquise Lewis get that quick gain, but that's the first time they've had to go to the air, and they're not too bad when they have to go to the air. Let's see what they do on 3rd and long.
So 3rd down and 8 for the Vikings. They need to get to the 8-yard line for the first down. On the toss, tripped up and shut down is Tavion Seals. And that will bring up 4th down for Omaha North.
Yeah, I think that we figured something out here. I think Creighton Prep's defense is going to bring the pressure. You see a lot of pulling guards by Omaha North's offense. They like to get that extra guy in the lead for Calvin Strong or Seals. Creighton Prep is saying, we're just going to take the back door.
And they will go for it here on 4th down and 9. Austin Heim, their field goal kicker, has only attempted 1 field goal this year. So they will choose to go for it on 4th and 9. Nelson back to throw under pressure, steps up, hit in the backfield and down at the 15, and Creighton Prep holds after an impressive looking opening drive by the Vikings.
Creighton Prep's defense comes up big, and the start of that drive right there, I guess that last series, you had that 5-yard false start, which is going to move you back, and that's going to put Omaha North's offense in a little bit of a bind, and then you see a big hit on Calvin Strong. Great job by the defense, getting some pressure on the quarterback on a 4th down stop.
6:31 to go here. First quarter action from the Class A state championship game at Memorial Stadium. Second possession of the game for the Junior Jays. Zach Lucky back in there at quarterback. He hands to Micah Wrench. Wrench powers up the middle. A gain of about 1, a short one. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9 for the Jays. In there on the tackle was Jason Martin, a very active middle linebacker for the Vikings. He plays that mic, 104 tackles on the season, leads the team. He has 3 interceptions, a sack and a half. Very active, called Jason Martin's name several times tonight. So Lucky gives again to the running back, Wrench. Wrench out to about the 20. Gain of 5, that'll bring up 3rd down for the Jays.
Now, one thing you'll see with Omaha North's defense, as compared to Creighton Prep early on, Omaha North gang tackles. I mean, they are there in a hurry. But I like what Creighton Prep is doing with this trap game. 3rd and short, I'd say they're going to run.
Give to Wrench again. Wrench tripped up right at the line and comes up short of the first down. So that'll bring up fourth down, we'll call it 2 yards, 4th and 2. And in comes the punt team for the Junior Jays.
Now, Creighton Prep's offense, they go with a little bit wider split as a high school team. They're trying to spread out that defensive line for Omaha North, which there's some big guys for Omaha North, and I understand why you spread them out, but with the big stop, couldn't get the first down, and that's why Omaha North is where they're at. They're a team that can react quickly. Flag on the field.
Delay of game called against the Jays. That will back them up 5 more yards. Fourth down now and 6. In to kick it away is Peter Monahan. Deep, Markel Vaughn, Marquise Lewis for the Jays. That is away. That will take a bounce toward the sideline, scooped up there by Vaughn. Vaughn driven out of bounds after a short game, but terrific field position for the Omaha Vikings to start this second drive of the first quarter. Omaha North. Hey, a reminder, you can connect with us on Facebook and Twitter. You can add a comment, catch up with the latest Nebraska sports information. Just be sure to like NET Sports as well as Big Red Wrap-Up. Join in the discussion on Facebook at facebook.com/NET Sports. If you post a comment to our Facebook page, we'll actually use those throughout tonight's broadcast, so you can see your Facebook post right here on our broadcast. So on first down, Peyton Nelson going deep, got a man out there and knocked away at the last minute, but a flag on the play, and that flag will be on Tristan Ducker, who's a bit surprised. And a wide open Marquise Lewis, but Ducker looked like he reacted well and quickly to the ball that kind of hung.
Yeah, he gets a little bit early contact here with the hand in the back.
Number 8, 15 yards, first down.
It was a great job to react because Peyton, he was sitting back there and he had all day to throw. And the ball was a little bit behind the receiver. That kind of forced that pass interference there. But, you know, if I'm in that situation, if I'm Ducker, I'm recovering. And sometimes when you're recovering, you don't know where that ball's at.
Get out of the field to Sean Callahan.
Hey guys, we've seen North go deep already twice to Marquise Lewis. Clearly, he is their shot guy. They're going to go to him a lot in this game. He got overshadowed a lot in the city by receivers like C.J. Johnson, but a very talented Division I type receiver in Marquise Lewis.
907 yards receiving. There's Calvin Strong, steps through one tackle, still on his feet, inside the 10-yard line. Great carry by Calvin Strong.
Yeah, Calvin Strong's going to fall the right side of his line here. Great job by Kendrick Park getting the kick out there. And the blitz by Creighton Prep, that's going to open up some gaps. And if you don't get there, you see they get the pressure right here in the backfield. Janicek, but one quick chip by the fullback, and that's enough room for Calvin Strong to get the first down.
So inside the 10, down to the 9-yard line. That will bring up 1st and goal for the Vikings. Strong still in there, running back. Strong with the carry. Strong in there for the touchdown. North Vikings take the lead.
Omaha North looking like they've been here before. Watch Justin Edwards as the right guard. He's going to come around and just open up a gap for Calvin Strong. Creighton Prep, their defense has been on the field quite a bit this first quarter already. Calvin Strong. Won't be the last time we say his name.
Calvin Strong on the season has averaged 8.5 yards per carry. Actually, that's for his career, 8.5 yards per carry tonight. 9 carries, 65 yards, and this TD.
Oh, you see Justin Edwards there, the right guard, just comes around and gets a chip. These guys are big, and they're fast. This offensive line for Omaha North, I mean, we can talk about Strong all day, but these guys are disciplined.
3rd straight year in the championship game for Omaha North. Let's take a look back at last year's Class A state title game. Fourth-ranked Omaha Westside took on number 2 Omaha North in last year's Class A state championship. Westside opened the scoring when quarterback Christian Hagan hit receiver Luke Biggs with a 38-yard touchdown pass. All-state running back Calvin Strong answered right away when he raced 67 yards for the touchdown on his second run of the game. And later in the third quarter, Hagan found Jamal Conway-Smith on a 28-yard touchdown pass, Warriors with the lead. And that prompted some gutsy calls in the fourth by the Vikings. They converted on fourth down to keep the drive alive, and Nelson finished it with a 1-yard touchdown run. Calvin Strong finished the season with 2,988 yards, setting the 11-man all-class season rushing record with his 197-yard performance. And it led the Vikings to their first ever state title. And after that game, that young man actually was credited with a few more yards on some carries that did not get counted, and his season total was over 3,000, the first running back in Nebraska high school history to go over 3,000 yards for a season. He rushed for 3,008, 355 carries, 3,008 yards. Now, they have purposely held his carries down this season. In fact, in the first 2 playoff games, he only played the first half, and he's at about 220 carries this season for 2,069. Ball on the turf, and the Jays fall on top of it, but a dangerous play there for the Junior Jays.
Yeah, this ball comes screaming at the up back, Lucas Ripa. And he gets it, and he has it, and then I think he bobbles it. A huge hit right there for Omaha North. And right now, Omaha North, they're bringing it. They're bringing it. Creighton has to respond right here. They got a little better field position where they started the last drive, but right now, Omaha North is playing with intensity.
Credit Cole Furniture for jumping on that fumble to keep it for the Jays. Back to pass. Throw back into the flat, wide open. Here's Stovall. Jeremiah Stovall can be dangerous. Good reception and run by Jeremiah Stovall. Out near midfield, about the 44-yard line, so first down on the gain of 16.
Larry, what do you do when a team is playing aggressively? Throw a screen. Stovall
took a pop at the end of the play as well. Good lucky. First down and 10, ball at the 44. Quick toss outside, ball on the ground, incomplete forward pass. They will say it was a forward pass, and immediately the officials blew the whistle and called incomplete. Let's take another look at it, but the official right there, he released that at the...
It was close.
Yeah.
It was close. We got a pretty good angle up here in the booth, and right away I did think it was a forward pass, but might have got away with him there.
So second down and 10 for the Junior Jays. Wrench dropped in the backfield once again, and we said we'd call his name, and that's Jason Martin with the tackle. Very active middle linebacker for this Viking squad. It's a Viking defense that doesn't get nearly the credit that it deserves, primarily because how special the North offense has been this year.
Yeah, Jason Martin, he's just playing up. That's not a blitz. He just plays in the backfield. 3rd and 10 for Creighton Prep. Got to go to the air again.
So 3 wide to the right, 1 to the near side. 4 wide outs in the pattern. Lucky will drop under pressure in the backfield, and he will be dropped. Cole Bixler there on the sack. Bixler leads this team in sacks with 5.5, and there's a look at Justin Jemison, who was also in on the play.
You know, Creighton Prep's trying to roll out Lucky, which is going to give him a little bit of time to get away from these guys, and I think he tried to get back into it. And Omaha North, they're playing pretty disciplined on the defensive line and bottled them up pretty quickly.
Vaughn and Lewis back deep on the punt. And once again, going to the near sideline on the punt is Peter Monahan, trying to keep it out of the dangerous return hands with both Marquise Lewis and Markel Vaughn. Thank you, Dan. And you can see the comments from our Facebook pages. We appreciate your comments. We'll be sharing those with you throughout the game. Just go to our Facebook page and see your post come across your screen during the game. So 7-0. There is a look at Calvin Strong. Strong will get the carry. Follows his blocker into the hole. Short gain for Strong. Maybe a couple. That'll bring up 2nd down and long for the Vikings.
There's a lot of pulling by this offense, Omaha North. Michael Decker is a guy that this won't be his last game at Memorial Stadium.
No, it won't.
Future Nebraska offensive lineman, big 78 right there. They're going to pull him. They're going to pull a lot of them. Neil Sellers gets some work. Workman will get some work.
You say big, 6'3", 280, and still growing is Michael Decker, the Nebraska recruit. Nelson goes up top, and what a grab out of the edge by Lewis. Marquise Lewis pulls it in.
Marquise Lewis, he's got almost 1,000 yards receiving. This is one of the most crisp routes you'll see for a high school receiver. Great pass for Peyton Nelson as well. These guys, they're on cue.
Gain of 16 on the play, out to the 44-yard line. Peyton Nelson back under center. The fake to Simpson. And they'll go deep looking for Lewis again. Great coverage out there. And a terrific job by Tristan Ducker. Step for step and stride for stride with Marquise Lewis.
You know, if you're at this point in the game, you're thinking the running game's working pretty well, but you can go to the air. 1st and 10. The running game is going to allow you to say, you know what, let's take a risk downfield because we can get 5 to 6 yards of carry. But Creighton Prep, they've shown up on the stops a couple times. Let's see what they can do here.
Give to Strong. Bounces it outside. Steps inside another tackler. Into Junior Jay's territory, and a nice gain on 2nd down. That'll bring up 3rd and about 3. Give Strong 7 on the carry.
Yeah, Strong he can carry a couple guys, but when Creighton Prep's going to rally around like that, they can't take them all down. So 3rd and 3. They've gone away from the pressure on the defensive side here. I think that Creighton Prep should try to get in the backfield with the blitz.
Strong again on 3rd down. Leans forward out near the 46-yard line. That was the yard marker to gain for the 1st down. And it looks like he might be about a half yard short. Make it a full yard. That will do it for the end of the 1st quarter. So Omaha North on top here after 1 quarter in the Class A state championship game. Great defense by the Vikings and great running by Calvin Strong.
Whether it's spring planting, fall harvesting, or just a drive across the state, soy biodiesel helps a diesel-powered engine operate in a demanding job. Soybean oil from Nebraska soybeans makes biodiesel a renewable fuel that's also environmentally responsible. The soybean checkoff plays a major role in supporting the use and availability of biodiesel. The Nebraska Soybean Board, growing opportunity from the ground up.
Participating in Nebraska high school activities has taught me about teamwork.
I've learned how to lead among my peers.
At my high school, I have set goals and I work hard to accomplish them.
I like to run on my cross country team. It makes me feel good about myself.
The Nebraska School Activities Association, providing opportunities in over 25 activities in 304 high schools across the state of Nebraska. We are the other half of education.
Coverage of the 2014 NSAA High School Football Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, the Nebraska Tourism Commission, Nebraska Public Power District, Education Quest, the Aurora Cooperative, and Constellation. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We couldn't do it without your support. One quarter of the books, and that young man has had a terrific first quarter. Calvin Strong, 12 carries, 76 yards, averaging better than 6 yards per carry as we get ready to go here in the second quarter. Omaha North will go for it on 4th and 1. Strong with the carry, pops it outside. Strong in a foot race to the end zone. Strong to the 10, stiff arms and pushed out of bounds at the 2 on the carry by Calvin Strong. A gain of 41 yards to the 1.
Yeah, Calvin is known to get a lot of yards in a hurry and just one move on the outside to make the guy miss, but that's a 4th and 1 situation where the defense, you have to keep it tight inside. That sort of thing going all day. Strong hasn't been able to get to the edge, but when he does, that's what he's going to do. He's going to go 40-plus yards. And that's how you get to 7,000 career yards, that's for sure.
121 yards already on the night for Calvin Strong. 45 on that carry alone. Strong into the pile. No gain there. Piled up by that Jays front, led by Stoltenberg and Becker in there as well.
You know, I like it when they use this fullback, Brandon Simpson. He doesn't get the ball much himself. He averages less than 25 yards a game as fullback, but he's a tested fullback, a guy that Calvin Strong can trust to get in the hole and open up some holes. But Creighton Prep, great job on the first down.
Vikings trying to extend this lead here. 2nd down and goal from the 3. Strong bounces it inside, and Strong powers in for the touchdown.
Yeah, Omaha North fans, they've seen it. They've seen it. Very comfortable in the stadium. You know, and I think that's something you got to see in the first quarter. How did Creighton Prep start this game? They started with the fumble. They started with an incomplete pass. Omaha North has really not gone backwards too much.
There's Strong's numbers, 15 rushes, 123 yards. Himes' extra point is through. North on top, 14-0. Let's go down to the sideline to Sean Callahan.
And Larry, if you're Omaha Creighton Prep right now, you're kind of getting in danger zone. When you go back and look at Omaha North's playoff win, they have literally laid knockout blows in the first half of all 3 of their wins. Go back and look. Lincoln Southwest, 43-0. That was the halftime score. At Kearney, at Foster Field, 41-0. And then in the semifinals, they had a 42-7 lead against Grand Island. I mean, those are unbelievable halftime marks. And just the fact that they've been able to lay those knockout blows early in the first half, that has to be a concern right now for Creighton Prep, that if they want to be in this game, they have to get something going here on this next possession.
Great point, Sean. And in each of those games, Calvin Strong was sitting at a halftime. In fact, halftime of the Southwest game, halftime of the Kearney game, and he only played 1 series in the second half of that Grand Island game, which really has kept those legs fresh, has kept the carries off of him. And last year, 355 carries. This year, just 220. His yards per carry has increased to above just about 9.5. His little squib kick here will be taken by the Junior Jays. And the Jays now really need to get something going offensively to start this second quarter. Well, sports fans, NET is for you. We bring you more Nebraska high school sports than any other Nebraska network. For more information on dates and times, DVD sales, available webcasts, upcoming events, all you have to do is visit us online at netnebraska.org. Zach Lucky back in there again. He'll drop back to pass. Wide open is Ducker out in the flat. Ducker with the catch. Good route run there by Tristan Ducker, the 5'9", 160-pound junior. He has 18 catches on the year, 254 yards.
That's another great route. These high school receivers, I'm impressed with these guys. And Creighton Prep, they might have to go to the air quite a bit tonight, so rely on Ducker and the old arm of Mr. Lucky.
Give inside, now bounced out. And Rich picks up a first down on 2nd down and short. So the Jays keep that drive alive.
Yeah, they're going to use that right side of the line. Stoltenberg out at tackle. 6'3", 295 tackle. You know, he plays both ways, but he's got to get some room for Wrench to run, but first down for Creighton Prep.
Ball on the 43, 1st and 10, the give to Wrench. Wrench runs into the back of his blocker, tripped up, but falls forward for a gain of about 4, maybe 5 yards on first down. That'll bring up 2nd down and 5. Micah Wrench with better than 1,400 yards rushing on the season, 22 touchdowns. Jays right back at the line of scrimmage, 2nd down and 5. Lucky looks up top, out in the flat, finds his man, went up for a first down to the 45-yard line on the reception by Ryan Hove. Hove, the senior, with the reception and first down. 7-yard gain.
We'll give it to you, Lucky. Keep passing. They don't pass too often over at Creighton Prep. He's only thrown 82 times coming into the game on the year, but he's good. He's going to complete more than 60% of his passes.
Jeremiah Stovall now into the game at running back for the Junior Jays. The give to Stovall, who steps through one tackle, tries to make it to the outside. Redirected back in the tackle.
Mr. Markel Vaughn. Markel Vaughn was in pursuit. You know, this is a guy, look at him come all the way across. This is a great run right here by Stovall, but pursuit by Vaughn, you gotta love it. He's coming all the way from the backside to make that play. He is a playmaker in the secondary. He's a leading defensive back in tackles. He's also got 5 INTs on the year. You can trust Vaughn to make a play.
Give to Stovall again. Barrels into the middle of that Vikings front. Jordan Strong along with Jordan Johnson there to shut it down. Also from that linebacker spot,
John Brandle's an offensive lineman for Creighton Prep that just keeps going. And he keeps going, and he's going to put the pressure. I mean, he's the one that Markel Vaughn was trying to get around in that last play, but he blocks to the whistle. 3rd and 5, Creighton Prep. They've gone to the air a couple times, throwing the ball pretty well. It's chilly out there, but they're bringing it in.
3rd down and 5. Rich back into the game. The toss to Rich. Rich cuts it back and nothing there as that Viking defense shuts it down. Justin Jemison was there. Go down to the field to Sean Callahan.
Guys, we've seen Creighton Prep go to Stovall a lot more on this drive. He's kind of the change of pace guy to Wrench. Interesting story. He came to Prep from Bellevue East, so really an unknown player in the circles around Omaha, but he is probably the most explosive guy they have. In fact, his brother, Zach Stovall, is currently a walk-on redshirt freshman on the Husker football team that played at Bellevue East, and Matt O'Hanlon, the former Husker that played with you, Blake, played a hand in getting him to walk on at Nebraska. And now he's here tonight watching his brother play for Creighton Prep.
Oh, Matt O'Hanlon, he probably knows a thing or two about the walk-on program. I mean, that guy came in to Nebraska and took over at safety. And that's good to have guys like that back out coaching in high school, let them know what it takes to walk on here at Nebraska. And a lot of these players, they walk into the stadium and they say, hey, this isn't the last time I want to play on this field.
So the Jays lined up to go for it on 4th down and 4. The timeout called by Omaha North. We'll take a timeout as well. It's time for NSAA Championship Trivia. All you have to do is be the first person to email the correct answer to sports@netnebraska.org, and you'll pick up a terrific-looking NET Sports Championship t-shirt, the one you see right there, size extra large. So our trivia question is, who holds the Class A state record with 6 touchdowns in a single playoff game? Not necessarily state championship, but in a single playoff game. First correct email to sports@netnebraska.org will win that championship t-shirt. So here we are, 4th down and 4. Key play for the Jays. The toss outside, got room, and he's hit before he hits the line to gain. Drop in the backfield is Micah Wrench.
This is a very creative play by Creighton Prep's offense here. They got the offensive lineman Jack McClay in the backfield motioning out to be that lead blocker on the toss. And Wrench is a running back that you can trust. Look at this. This is a fullback in motion here. So he's got the lead block, and Markel Vaughn and the defense from Omaha North, they sniffed it out. And there's a lot of speed on the field for the Vikings at all times. And on 4th and 4, they got 3.
It was Capezzo in there as well, along with Markel Vaughn. So Vaughn and Capezzo shut down the 4th down effort by the Junior Jays and now take over. Nelson under pressure. Incomplete pass. 2nd down for the Vikings.
Logan McNeil, the linebacker for Creighton Prep Junior Jays in the backfield there. He's made some good plays coming up on the fullback, but to see him sneak into the backfield, that's great for Creighton Prep, put some pressure on. I still like that Omaha North is going to the passing game. That when they give it to old number 5, it seems to work, but get Peyton Nelson loose. I like the way that he throws.
2nd down and 10. The fake the give, under pressure, rolls to his right, eludes the pressure. He'll take it himself. Steps through 1 tackle and then met at about the 43 and driven backwards. They'll give him forward progress out to the 43. That'll be 3rd down and about 3 coming up for the Vikings.
Look at this. This is number 40, Brandon Baina for Creighton Prep. He misses him, but he stays in pursuit. Now this is the guy that ends up making the play, is the one that missed in the backfield. So you got to have that kind of effort in state championship games. You're down 14-0, but you're going to be in the backfield. You're going to die off the blitzes. You got to pursue the ball. And Creighton Prep, they got a 3rd down situation. They could get a stop here, get the ball back.
3rd down and 3. Strong will get it. Strong hit in the backfield and drop for the loss.
Rodino.
Joe Rodino there.
That's what you need. The pressure in the backfield, that's it. You got to come back and back. These guys are going to come off the edge. This is the 2nd time they use that edge blitz. And Calvin, he can make guys miss, but that's a great job by Rodino. He's the leading tackler for the defensive backside of the Creighton Prep as well. So big stop, forcing the punt.
In there to punt it away is Cole Bixler. Flag on the play.
Dead ball. False start. Number 2. 4th down.
Larry, you know what happens when you don't punt that much? Sometimes you forget how to do it. That's a good thing.
As we've said, they had their first punt earlier in the game. That was only their 10th punt of the season. I'll check that. Bixler 17 on the season.
Right.
Yep.
They just don't do it a lot.
That's right. Stonewall back there. He'll let it bounce and it will roll inside the 25. And that's where the Junior Jays will take over. Well, this Wednesday on NET, Big Red Wrap-Up moves to a special time due to high school football championships. You can join Kevin Kugler and Adrian Fiala as they review last Saturday's Minnesota-Nebraska matchup and hear from special guests as they look ahead to Iowa this Friday. You don't want to miss it. Big Red Wrap-Up, a very special time. Wednesday night, 7 Central on NET1. Andy Kindy will join us as well.
Larry, who hosts that show? You only mentioned 2 hosts.
Kevin Kugler, I know he's there.
Yeah, he's there.
Adrian Fiala, good friend of Dade, good guy.
But the other guy, the good-looking guy, the young guy.
Well, Andy Kindy is going to be a special guest this week.
That's who.
Yep. He'll be there as Sean Callahan. Yes.
No, he is the young guy.
Right.
The good-looking one.
Yes. Well, now we have our folks confused. 2nd down and 6 after the gain of 4. Lucky still in there at quarterback. Drops back to throw. Ball tipped in the air and incomplete as it went off of the shoulder pads of the intended receiver, Ryan Hove.
Yeah, Hove, that ball came quick. And we've said earlier that Creighton Prep, they don't rely on the pass game too much, but this is a great throw. Right to the chest. And sometimes in these games where you're not used to catching it, it's a little chilly. Maybe the bright lights, a little brighter than those high school fields in Nebraska. Gets right off the chest.
Wrench in the backfield along with Lucky on 3rd down and 6. Flag on the play. Might have a false start here.
Dead ball. False start. 64. 5 yards. 3rd down.
Just a little flinch right there. Just enough. So that will back them up 5 and make it 3rd down and 11 now for the Jays.
This Creighton Prep offensive line, they're going up against a quick defensive line as well. The light guys are out there right now for Omaha North. Let's see how quick they get in the backfield.
Lucky bobbles the snap, now under pressure. 3 guys on him, and he'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line on the sack. Great effort by Capezzo. Capezzo Noah, 5'8" senior, made the play. One more look.
And this is a situation as a quarterback where you got to try and get the ball out of bounds. You got to try and throw it away, because that's not what you want to do as a quarterback, and everyone watching knows that. But you got to give credit to Omaha North. They had 4 guys in the backfield. Sure, a little bit of a bobbled snap, but it's deep in their own territory is Creighton Prep.
So now to kick it out of his end zone is Peter Monahan to kick deep. Take it at the 50-yard line. Here's Vaughn. Markel Vaughn's got room along the far sideline. Vaughn, plenty of room. Vaughn is going the distance. Punt return for a touchdown. North Vikings, 49 yards. A flag on the play, and we'll check the flag.
I don't know if that's a flag or if that's Markel Vaughn's clothing coming on. These guys were wearing the yellow garment. Yeah, I don't know if that's a flag right there or not.
You're right, it's not a flag. I put the binoculars on it, that as he will go retrieve it.
Oh, yeah, there's no flag. That's just Markel. That's all you could get on him. That's a fast return, and one of the biggest blocks you'll see.
Wow.
In a high school game, number 10, coming back on him. Jason Martin, he's the leading tackler. And you see when your linebackers on special teams, you get hits like that, and there's a couple on him.
Wow. Couple of big blocks as Markel Vaughn takes it the distance, 49 yards, no flag on the play, and now Omaha North in command, 21-0.
Now Markel Vaughn earlier in the year had one of the most highlight returns you'll ever see as a returner, so he's electric back there. Omaha North, they've got a lot of speed across. This is another angle on it. He's barely touched, and he's just got great blockers. Jeez.
Just a couple of outstanding blocks.
I hope the gentlemen for Creighton Prep are okay, because that's one of those defenseless positions as you look at high school football trying to protect some of these players. I've been on both sides of those, Larry, and there's one side that's a little bit more enjoyable.
Well, I mistook it for a flag on the play, but instead it was a yellow towel on Omaha North. For more, let's go down to Sean.
You know, it's funny, we were all confused because I thought it was a flag too. I'm telling our producer Gavin there's a flag, and the referee I just spoke to on the sideline said it's actually against the rules to have a towel of that color that resembles a flag. So technically that would be a rule violation, I'm told down here, to have towels like that. So I'll be curious if the officials inform North that they can't have those towels out there anymore, obviously, because it can cause some confusion here on the field.
Well, 2 things, Sean. I'm glad I wasn't the only one confused, and there you are stirring up trouble on the sideline again. On the kick return, room up the middle, and tripped up outside the 30-yard line on the return by the Junior Jays.
Now there's another big block on special teams right here. Micah Wrench, number 21 for Creighton Prep, just gets a solid block. Normally he's a guy with the ball in his hands, but special teams plays coming up.
We are at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska, the Class A state championship game, along with Blake Lawrence, Sean Callahan on the field. I'm Larry Putney. Great to have you in for this Class A state championship game. Omaha North right now in control, 21-0, and with 4:19 to go before half. Important for the Junior Jays to start establishing something offensively. Flag on the play. Timeout, no flag. Timeout called by the Junior Jays.
Timeout, Creighton Prep.
4:18 to go here before halftime. It has been all Omaha North. Started off with the running of Calvin Strong. 123 yards on 16 carries. He's averaging nearly 8 yards per carry. Already with 2 touchdowns in the game for Calvin Strong. Let's take a look at Calvin Strong and what he's done thus far in the game. Just carrying tacklers with him.
He just runs hard. That's what I love about Calvin Strong. He's a guy that he's going to run straight at you. He doesn't do a lot of moving and shaking. He's not the fastest straight speed guy, but he runs with heart, and he runs strong. I'm probably the millionth commentator to say Calvin Strong runs strong.
The screen back across the field. Ball on the ground, and they'll call it incomplete. So the screen was well covered by the Vikings.
Yeah, Micah, he couldn't get his hands on that one, and I think he felt the pressure. There was a lot of defenders right there waiting for him, and I was actually thinking that Omaha North might get a hand on the ball. But they got to do some things with this offense for Creighton Prep to get guys open in space. But Omaha North is doing a great job of covering the pass, the run. They're everywhere right now on defense.
Lucky will option to his left. Pitches outside. Wrench not much there. And you see that outstanding pursuit from that Viking defense.
Yeah, Ethan Rue is the offensive lineman for Creighton Prep. That's going to come on the outside as a lead blocker, 66. And he does a good job getting upfield, and that's the guy he's supposed to block, and Wrench is supposed to have a lane there, but these defenders are just, they are everywhere. It seems like they got more than 11 guys on defense at the Vikings right now.
Those linebackers, Grant Martin, Jason Martin, Noah Capezzo have just been outstanding, and there they are once again. Justin Jemison.
Justin Jemison's got great technique on the outside here. He's got one hand. He's just holding off the offensive lineman, and that just gives him enough time to separate and go get the quarterback. There's not even an opportunity to pitch because you got great discipline on the outside linebacker. Grant Martin actually plays cornerback for the Vikings. So discipline against the option game, and that's how you stop the option game, is discipline. Omaha North, I am impressed with the way this team plays football. It's like they got, a former Husker down there on the sidelines, Mr. Benning. And
Monahan high in the air, trying to keep it away from that dangerous duo, and coming up to take it is Vaughn. Vaughn saw it hanging there, grabbed it, gained a few. And that's where the Vikings will take over. Coming up at halftime of this Class A state championship game, we'll chat NSAA Boys Tennis Championships. We'll have our Believers and Achievers presentations, and also check out the first half highlights and statistics of this Class A title game. .242 to go before half. Viking offense back out there, back to pass, Peyton Nelson. Nelson dodging prep tacklers, so carry it for a short gain, maybe of 2. Nelson out of trouble.
Peyton Nelson only runs when he needs to, but he's the type of guy as a quarterback that you could probably in a lot of offenses see him as a running quarterback, and he puts a stiff arm there at the end of that play that you don't see too often from a quarterback. They're sliding, but state championship night, you're going all out.
Right. So they'll give Nelson credit for 1 yard on the play. 2nd down and 9. Strong still in there. And the give is to Strong. Steps through one, still on his feet. Spins out of another tackler, keeps those feet churning. And Strong picks up the first down. A gain of 12 on the carry for Calvin Strong.
You know, one team's breaking tackles is another team's missed tackles, and if you are a Creighton Prep fan, there's sometimes you got to say that Calvin Strong's just making guys miss. These guys for Creighton Prep, they're there, they're in position, but it's tough to get them down, and that's something you have to appreciate from the running back. Creighton Prep, they are there. They're stopping them with the first hit, but not getting them down.
Strong breaks that tackle, cuts it back. Inside the 40, down to the 37. Another carry, a gain of 10. Check that. That's not Strong. That was Tavion Seals now in the game. Seals with the carry.
You know, I like Tavion Seals with the lime green. You know, and that's for you, Larry. That's so he's like, hey, I'm a different guy, because these guys they run, they look similar. They're running the ball hard, and Tavion Seals, he's a junior, and he's been waiting a while to take over.
So he wore the lime green so I could tell the difference, and obviously blew it already.
I forgot to warn you.
That's right. So here's Strong with no lime green. Hit right at the line and dropped for no gain on first down.
Stoltenberg, he snuck in there. This is what I love. You'll see defense. There's a little bit of rustling on the field right now. Nothing going on. No call, no flag. Let's see what happened here. Just a little bit of blocking to the whistle, if you would.
Right. Loss of 1 on the play. And timeout called by the Vikings.
If you're Omaha North right now, you're looking at a team across from you, Creighton Prep, and you can see the coach getting after him here a little bit. This is a team that's faced a lot of adversity just in the last 8 days, and they got to look to their coaches and get them rallied and fired up, because on the field right now, there's not too much work on the offense. They haven't hit the 100-yard mark on offense, and at Omaha North, you can tell sometimes when guys have been at this level and been at this stage, and but I think there's still a fight here right now for Creighton Prep, because even on that last play, you can see a defensive lineman, Stoltenberg, he's on the ground, but he's fighting, you know. And if it's going to become this extracurricular, aggressive play that you're going to see from Omaha North on to the end of the whistle, Creighton Prep's got to come back and fight with that. And there's a lot of time left in this game.
1:25 before half, second down and 11. Fake the toss, Nelson looks up top. Nobody there, he'll pull it down and run. Flag on the play, looks like a holding. It was thrown right of the interior line where you would expect a holding call. We'll see what the official says.
Holding, 75, 10 yards, second down.
Center Anthony Workman called for the hold right in the middle of your screen. There you go.
Yeah, that's Stoltenberg again. See, that's the fight that you need. You got to push them back. Now, earlier, Creighton Prep was able to get a good stop on Omaha North by, coming up big after a penalty. This is the one that's going to set them back quite a bit. Second 26. Jeez. Now, this is another situation where Peyton Nelson, I think, as Sean mentioned earlier, Marquise Lewis is your deep play threat. Play action. Get it downfield.
Second down and 26. Quick toss out to Lewis. Pass broken up on a great hit out there by Tristan Ducker. A little shoving going on afterwards, and a flag coming in, and that's going to be against the Vikings, Marquise Lewis. Marquise Lewis popped up and gave a little shove to the defender. That personal foul. We'll check it here.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike, number 1, 15 yards, fourth down.
Loss of down, it came after the play. One more look, big hit there. And there was the flag.
Ducker. Ducker got flagged earlier with the pass interference play, and he's a feisty one out there. I like the way that he kind of drew that personal foul there.
So make it third down, not fourth. Third down and 41. Third and 41. And Nelson will go deep. Little jump ball, tipped around, incomplete. Intended for Grant Martin.
Grant Martin gets away with a shove there. And the defender, take a look at this. Stovall, he almost gets this interception, but that's okay. I don't think the punt's going to get that far. You'd rather force a punt and get the ball back. But I know in that state championship interception, that'd be a good one for the stat line, but good defense there by Creighton Prep. I mean, not often do you see a 4th and 41, Larry.
Let's go down to Sean Callahan as they get ready to punt this away.
Oh, and he fair catches. I was thinking, guys, that Prep would really want Stovall to get a shot at this return. He's their explosive playmaker. But this is the best field position Prep has had all night out here. So let's see if they can take advantage of this right before halftime.
Going to see the quick 2-minute offense here. Creighton Prep has not been in we keep going back to it, but these guys are throwing the ball well when they need to, but you got to have that hurry up. And this is going to be really interesting to see Mr. Lucky, how he handles it. And these are situations you don't practice too much when you're winning games by as much as you win, as Creighton Prep has this year.
46 seconds to go before the half. First down and 10 for the Jays. Lucky rolls, keeps it himself. Dives forward for a gain of maybe 5. Clock still ticking, and the Junior Jays will quickly line it up. Time ticks away here before half. Lucky drops back, looks wide open over the middle, got his man. Great diving catch by Tristan Ducker. And Ducker down inside the 35 to the 31-yard line.
Tristan Ducker's a playmaker. This is a great catch. As it coming across the middle, you got 15 seconds going into halftime. That's the biggest play for Creighton Prep's offense. And across the middle, Ducker on defense, on offense, this is a guy that you start to rely on and say, hey, he's not afraid of it. He's not afraid of going across the middle. And just good time in the pocket as well. Right over the linebacker. That's a great throw. This is a team that I would love to see pass the ball a little bit more in the second half and find some open spots in the middle. Markel Vaughn in the coverage, but Ducker just great route, great throw.
So 15 seconds left before halftime. Timeout taken by the Junior Jays. Let's go down to the field one more time to Sean Callahan.
You know, guys, Prep down 21-0. This is not familiar for Zach Lucky. You know, earlier in the year, his very first time he saw major action, they were down 21 points in week 2 against their arch rival Westside, defending state runner-ups. And it was the move to go to Zach Lucky as a starting quarterback that propelled the Junior Jays to the victory. So this is not unfamiliar territory for Lucky. He understands these roles, and he's doing a nice job here on this drive.
So first and 10 to go with 15 seconds left from the 31. Lucky back to pass under pressure, steps up, and he will be dropped to the backfield. And a timeout taken by the Junior Jays.
Looks like Jalen Onefeather got in there, and that's the first time I've been able to say Jalen Onefeather's name in the game, and I've been waiting. And he's a lengthy defensive end, and Lucky just can't get away from him here. Then he's got all kinds of help. Cole Bixler, one of the leading tacklers. He's got 18 tackles for loss on the year. This is a big guy in the middle. So these passing situations, you got to think the coverage on the back end. Omaha North has a lot of athletes in the secondary, guys that are quick and aggressive to get down and knock down the passes. But even up front, the defensive line, you got Jordan Strong, who's only a sophomore, putting pressure on the quarterback. 8 seconds here. Got the wind. Maybe take a deep pass down the sidelines and have a chance for 2 plays before the clock hits 0.
That was the Junior Jays' last timeout, so they'll need something toward the sideline to get a couple of chances here with 8 seconds left. And the first one needs to be quick, right?
Yeah, I would say so, and you got to find your guys. You got to find your big receivers. Michael Flynn, 90, flanked out wide. You got Ducker out there.
Boy, with 8 seconds left, do they go for it all here? We'll see. Zach Lucky drops back, looks downfield, tipped and incomplete. Still time for one more play.
Give credit to Creighton Prep's offensive line in these situations. The pass blocking in this game against this defensive line under these circumstances, you got to step up, and they're doing a great job. The nose tackle for Omaha North, we mentioned again, Jordan Strong, he's big, he's fast, and he doesn't look like a sophomore out there, and he's staying under control of the offensive line for Creighton Prep.
Lucky back to throw, Stovall in the backfield, deep into the end zone. This is going to be tipped around, incomplete, bounced off the ground, and then into the arms of Tristan Ducker. One more look at it.
You could have fooled me. Ducker picks this one up. Oh, there. Okay. Well, you know what?
One hop, yeah.
On the replay, you can definitely tell that one skipped, but Larry, you were jumping up like you caught it. I couldn't believe that reaction from you. I can tell right away.
Let's go down to the field to Sean Callahan. It's getting heavy in here.
Guys, I'm standing by with Creighton Prep interim head coach Andy Yost. Coach, you guys got some momentum there here to close the second quarter. How do you carry that momentum in the locker room and build on it here for the second half?
Well, our offense is really hurting our defense right now. We can't sustain anything. We gave up a big play on special teams. We're just shooting ourselves in the foot. Now, North's doing a great job, obviously, but we've got to sustain some drives and keep the ball out of their hands.
What was your game plan tonight in limiting Calvin Strong? Everyone knows he's going to get his yards. What was your plan tonight in just trying to slow him down?
We're trying to throw a lot of blitzes at him. I think you saw that in the first half. We're trying to send more people and take some chances. The problem is that we're getting bodies on him and he's bouncing outside on us. We're not wrapping up and tackling like we should. So we've got to contain him and hope that our offense can move the ball a little bit in the second half.
Hey, Coach, best of luck here in the second half.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, thanks very much to Coach Andy Yost for spending some time with us as we head to the halftime break. And at the half, the slick feet of Calvin Strong has led to a 21-0 lead.
High school's almost over. Now what? I wish I knew what to do, or even what I can do. I know I want something more. Something I can be proud of. So, how do I get there?
Take the next step with Education Quest College Planning Services by visiting educationquest.org.
At the Aurora Cooperative, we're continually driven by what's next in agriculture. So we're dedicated to being your first resource for world-class agronomy, grain storage and marketing, high-performance feeds, and energy. Driven by our vision to be financially strong, innovative, independent, locally owned. You're driven by the opportunities that exist. We're driven to help you make the most of them, now and for the next generation. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
Constellation believes in developing the next generation of Nebraska leaders, and we show that support by contributing to 4-H and FFA in the 60 Nebraska counties we serve. Nearly $50,000 over the past 2 years alone. Constellation provides natural gas for Nebraska homes, farms, ranches, and businesses. Through our support for 4-H and FFA, we're providing energy for Nebraska's future as well. Natural gas from Constellation.
Coverage of the 2014 NSAA High School Football Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, the Nebraska Tourism Commission, Nebraska Public Power District, Education Quest, the Aurora Cooperative, and Constellation. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We couldn't do it without your support. And welcome back to Memorial Stadium. We are at halftime of the Class A state championship game. Omaha North on top of Creighton Prep 21-0. I am joined by NSAA Assistant Director Deb Velder. Deb, thanks for joining us. Deb's going to talk with us about tennis a little bit. How did it go this year?
Oh, tennis went great. You know, we're very fortunate this season. The weather couldn't have been better, and so that always makes for better play when you're not fighting with the elements.
Something unique and maybe a bit unusual to tennis is that there's no qualifying for the state tournament. So tell me how that works.
That's correct. This is the one sport in which we do not have a state qualifying format. And as a result, the players are then seeded based on their season records, common opponents, and the strength of their schedule. And we have a committee that comes together and determines that. And I must compliment the committee this year because they did an outstanding job in determining the top four, and we're very right on.
I'm sure they always do.
Oh, it's some days, some years are a little more difficult.
So let's talk about the state tennis tournament. How did it go this year? You obviously said you had great weather, but we're going to see some of the highlights here.
Yes, we're very fortunate. We host Class A in Omaha at the facility, and Class B is hosted in Lincoln. And this year we moved back to Woods Tennis Court after several years at the Woods Tennis Center, and they hosted us, and it was a great facility, and great things are happening at Woods, so we're real excited.
This continues to be a growing sport as well.
Definitely it does. It always gives the boys an opportunity in the fall, the girls in the spring, to participate in another activity and excel.
So you're looking at some of the highlights from the boys' state tennis championships, some of the medal and trophy presentations, and let's take a look at, well, there's one of our winners. We had two winners this year. Class A, Creighton Prep, the boys win the state tennis championship, and then in Class B, it was Elkhorn South. Let's also talk about NSAA play production. I know this is coming up in December, and this is always a big event.
Yes, it is sometimes gets forgotten. Many think that the football playoffs are done and we can sit back and we can relax now until after the first of the year, but that's not true. We have over 300, close to 300 schools that participate in play production, and it is competition just like our athletics, and they go through districts and qualify for the state competition. So next week will be the district competition, and they will be qualifying for the state competition that will be in Norfolk the following week at the Johnny Carson Theater, and that is another fantastic facility. And I think that's one thing that we take pride in, is finding the best facilities for our students to participate in whatever activity we have.
And you really see some of the state's best and brightest in this event.
Oh, yes, we do. And, you know, if you look, we have some outstanding people that have gone on to make it big in the theater department as well as the music. And so we're proud to say we were there for them when they started. So it makes it fun.
And how about your numbers? Continue to grow?
Oh, numbers continue to grow. The schools stay pretty consistent, but the kids that participate, and not only the ones that are performing on the stage, but we have tech crews and just the behind-the-scenes type opportunities for these students that they are taking beyond the high school level into college or maybe even beyond because they're finding that there are careers in those areas.
Deb, thanks for joining us.
Hey, anytime. Thank you.
That's Deb Velder, NSAA Assistant Director. We are at halftime of the Class A State Championship game at Memorial Stadium. North on top of Prep. It's 21-0.
Behind your outlet are more than 6,000 public power employees working tirelessly to generate and deliver safe, affordable, reliable electricity 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Since they are customer owners themselves, you can count on them to have your best interests and those of the community they serve at heart. Neighbors serving neighbors. That's public power.
Methodist. That's the meaning of care.
If you stay long enough, if you put yourself in the right place, your head, heart, and soul align, everything slows down. And even though you're on vacation, for the first time and you can't remember when, you feel at home. Wouldn't that be nice?
Cheer for your team and be there for all of the excitement. For championship ticket information, visit the Nebraska School Activities Association's website.
Back at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska, halftime of the Class A state championship. Omaha North, the defending state champions, lead Creighton Prep 21-0. And now time for a special presentation of the Believers and Achievers. Let's go to Rich Broderson.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special halftime presentation this evening. Believers and Achievers is a statewide program designed by U.S. Bank and the Nebraska School Activities Association to give recognition to Nebraska's future leaders. We have 8 Nebraska high school seniors who have demonstrated academic excellence and a commitment to good citizenship. For their involvement in school and community service projects, U.S. Bank and the NSAA would like to honor the Believers and Achievers who are with us tonight. Presenting the Believer and Achiever Awards are U.S. Bank representatives Dolores Terway and Aaron Roush-Conaway. NSAA Board of Directors member Dr. Brian Maher of Kearney, and NSAA Executive Director Rhonda Blanford Green. Tonight's first honoree is Mackenzie Curry of Lincoln North Star High School. Mackenzie maintains a 4.0 GPA while participating in soccer. She is ranked number 1 in her class of 445 students and has earned NCPA Academic All-State Soccer Honors. A National Honor Society member, Mackenzie is also technology editor of her school magazine while volunteering in her community at the public library and as a youth soccer coach. Ladies and gentlemen, Mackenzie Curry. Luke Doyle of Omaha Bryan High School. Luke carries a 4.0 grade point average while participating in tennis, basketball, and journalism. A 3-time Tennis All-Metro Academic Conference honoree, Luke is an active member of DECA and National Honor Society. At Omaha Bryan, he serves as the sports editor of the school newspaper and has been a member of both Student Council and Invisible Children. Ladies and gentlemen, Luke Doyle. Corey Hempstead of Columbus High School. Corey is a 3.9 student who participates in track and field and music. At 2-time NSAA Track and Field Championships qualifier, Corey is vastly involved in her school as editor-in-chief of the school newspaper, a member of National Honor Society, and as a mentor. In her community, Corey volunteers her time as a church camp leader and Vacation Bible School coordinator. Ladies and gentlemen, Corey Hempstead. Next is Matthew Herding of Omaha Gross Catholic High School. Matthew participates in football, basketball, and baseball while being a 4.0 student. Matthew was a member of Omaha Gross's 2012 Class B State Football Championship team. In his school, he is a member of Student Council, Student Ambassadors, and National Honor Society. Matthew volunteers his time at a local family festival and as a youth sports coach. Ladies and gentlemen, Matthew Herding. Justin Hodson of Overton High School. Justin is a 4.0 student who participates in football and basketball. A 2-time NCPA Academic All-State selection in both football and basketball. Justin was a member of Overton's 2014 Class D1 NSAA Basketball Championship runner-up team. Justin serves his school as senior class president and as a member of student council. He is active in his community as a member of Fellowship of Christian Athletes and 4-H, as well as volunteering with the local blood drive. Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Hudson. Aryuchika Koth of Millard West High School. Aryuchika carries a 3.98 GPA while participating in girls tennis and debate, an NCAA academic all-state selection and state championship participant in tennis. Aryuchika is a member of National Honor Society, Spanish Honor Society, and the Senior Class Board at Millard West. He is a member of the UNMC Student Advisory Group and volunteers at Creighton Bergen Mercy Hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, Aryuchika Koth. Next is Sean Rouse of Omaha Benson High School. Sean maintains a 3.9 GPA while having participated in football, basketball, baseball, and music during his high school career. Sean is a leader in his school, serving as a member of Student Council and National Honor Society. Sean was also a member of Omaha Benson's Class A NCAA Basketball Championship third-place team in 2014. In his community, Sean is a member of the Mayor Commission, the Creighton Regatta, and serves as co-organizer of his neighborhood association. Ladies and gentlemen, Sean Rouse. Our final recipient is Maddie Satula of Omaha North High School. Maddie is a 4.0 student who participates in girls golf, swimming and diving, soccer, and music. He has earned NCAA Academic All-State Honors in Music, as well as a superior rating at NSAA District Music Contest. Maddie is a member of the Omaha Area Youth Symphony and volunteers with Habitat for Humanity and as a church youth group leader. In her school, Maddie serves as a National Honor Society officer and as the Honors Orchestra Concert Master. Ladies and gentlemen, Maddie Satula. And now, let's give one more round of applause to the 2014-2015 Believers and Achievers, the future leaders of Nebraska.
So congratulations to all of our believers and achievers, the leaders of tomorrow, those who excel not only academically but athletically and in a leadership role as well. You see the honorees there, and congratulations to each and every one. We are at halftime of the Class A state championship game. The Vikings on top of the Junior Jays. Second half coming your way on NET.
Constellation believes in developing the next generation of Nebraska leaders, and we show that support by contributing to 4-H and FFA in the 60 Nebraska counties we serve. Nearly $50,000 over the past 2 years alone. Constellation provides natural gas for Nebraska homes, farms, ranches, and businesses. Through our support for 4-H and FFA, we're providing energy for Nebraska's future as well. Natural gas from Constellation.
Whether it's spring planting, fall harvesting, or just a drive across the state, soy biodiesel helps a diesel-powered engine operate in a demanding job. Soybean oil from Nebraska soybeans makes biodiesel a renewable fuel that's also environmentally responsible. The soybean checkoff plays a major role in supporting the use and availability of biodiesel. The Nebraska Soybean Board, growing opportunity from the ground up.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Coverage of the 2014 NSAA High School Football Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, the Nebraska Tourism Commission, Nebraska Public Power District, Education Quest, the Aurora Cooperative, and Constellation. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We couldn't do it without your support. Well, let's go down to the sideline. Sean Callahan is with Larry Martin.
Guys, thanks. I'm here with Coach Martin. Your team's up 21-0 here. Third year in a row in this championship game. You're kind of a veteran here at Memorial Stadium. What do you tell your team in this role now of 21-0?
Well, you just got to keep playing hard. I mean, it's an awfully good football team we're playing tonight, and they're playing extremely hard, and I'm sure they're all proud of the way they're doing. But it's going to be a 4-quarter football game, Sean, as you well know, and we got to come out ready to go here in the third quarter.
Everyone always talks about your offense, but your defense tonight has come up with some big stops early. What do you like about the way your defense has really made prep work?
Well, more importantly, we've had good field position. We've been pretty good on first down, and, we've been pretty consistent all year long about getting off blocks and running to the football.
Coach, best of luck here in the second half.
You bet. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Guys, back to you.
All right, thanks very much, Sean, and thank you to Larry Martin for spending a few moments with us before kickoff here in this second half. Let's take a look at the statistics as you see Larry Martin firing up that Vikings team. Here's the way it looks through the first 24 minutes of play, heavily weighted on that left-hand side.
Yeah, Creighton Prep is a team that comes in averaging 300 rushing yards a game. They had 13 in the first half.
Wow. So
credit to Omaha North, a team that has got a great offense of their own. Their rushing attack is on par, actually a little bit below par, the way that Omaha North runs the ball. But Creighton Prep, they got to get something going in the passing game. Towards the end of the half, started to pick up, but this has been all Omaha North in the first half. Big-time playmakers making big-time plays on offense, on defense, on special teams. Big hit here. Creighton Prep early in the game. Great catch for Creighton Prep. You got Ducker, who's continuing to show up, and then the guy we knew would show up, Calvin Strong. First quarter touchdown.
And how about not only Strong one, but Strong with a couple of touchdowns in that first half, 133 yards, as long as 45. And what about this return? Watch the blocks on the left side. One more right there. And the touchdown by Markel Vaughn.
This playmakers, Markel Vaughn, Calvin Strong, these guys are playing their last game on Memorial Stadium. They're going to play. But Creighton Prep, that's what you're talking about at halftime, right? You're coming back out and you're saying, we got one half of football left in your high school career. How are you going to end it? These seniors, they want to bring a championship back to Prep. It's been 10 years, and they got 24 minutes to make it happen.
Getting ready to kick off second half action here. I want to remind you, a great time for you to grab a DVD. You can purchase a copy of the NSAA High School Football Championships for just $19.95, plus shipping and handling. So to order, just give us a call at 800-868-1868, or you can log on the website, pick one up there as well. That's at netnebraska.org. Two ways to get your DVD of this Class A state championship between Omaha Creighton Prep, the Junior Jays, and Omaha North Vikings. Second half action coming your way. The Vikings on top 21-0. There's interim head coach Andy Yost in his first game. He's not inexperienced as a head coach, though. He coached at Red Oak in 2010. He was the head coach there. Was a head coach at Sioux City West for the Wolverines in 2008, 2009. West Sioux and Hayward in Iowa, 2005 through 2007. He's been an assistant coach. He's been the head coach of the Omaha Beef in 2011 and through 2013. So plenty of head coaching experience for Andy Yost, coaching in his first game as the head coach of the Junior Jays. And here you are at a state championship. So it will be the Vikings getting the ball to start second half action. Back deep for the Vikings. Tavion Seals and Markel Vaughn. It was Vaughn that took the punt return back. There is Vaughn. Already has a punt return for a touchdown.
Tavion Seals is not a big guy at all, but I like him back there as a returnman. He's 5'5", 145. There's been big special teams plays, just big hits, big action. Second half, let's see if we get started the same way.
First action here for Brandon Caniglia, the field goal kicker and kick man. I didn't see a flag on the play, but maybe they weren't ready to go yet. Maybe they hadn't given them the ready signal.
Dead ball, offsides, 62, 5 yards, free kick.
So it was offsides. The signal was motioned against
the return team.
Oh yeah, against the Vikings.
But it was assessed to the Junior Jays.
It was against Creighton, number 62, so that backed them up 5 yards. So, second half kickoff. Brandon Caniglia squibs it away on the ground. It'll be taken, bounced around to the 20, then finally picked up. Vaughn with it. Vaughn down the near side, stiff arm, and driven out of bounds at about out near the 40-yard line. We'll call it right at the 40, so 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Good field position here at their own 40-yard line.
You know, Omaha North, they went to the passing game more often than you'd think, but I think they'll go with the running game early on in the second half.
Well, they started the game with 7 consecutive carries by Calvin Strong, so let's see if they begin the second half in similar fashion. Nelson back out there at quarterback. They will give to Strong, who's got a hole. He slides through. Gain of 5 on first down for Strong.
Nick Janicek does a great job going to the legs again. This is a guy that understands how to tackle Calvin Strong. It's those legs that give him so much burst, so much power. Get a high-low, and he still gets 5 yards. But Creighton Prep, they got a gang tackle. They're getting better at it.
Second down and 5. Strong again, bounces it outside and has some room. Strong along the near side, a foot race to the end zone. Calvin Strong in there for the touchdown. Calvin Strong, 55 yards, and Omaha North strikes first in the second half, and they lead it 27-0.
Boy, it didn't take long for Calvin Strong to find the edge. There's another opportunity there for Creighton Prep. They're in the backfield early. Look at this, just a miss by Stoltenberg, and just that's all he needs. That's all he needs is a little bit to the edge, and turns enough of the speed on, gets downfield. But the hands in the backfield, Creighton Prep, they are getting there, but this is a guy that you just got to enjoy watching. This is a fun running back to watch. He's playing well already, and he's almost to the 200-yard mark already.
193 yards on 20 carries, averaging 9.7 per carry, and Calvin Strong off and running to another terrific night here in the state championship at Omaha North, up 28-0. Hey, want to remind you, this is a good time for you to connect with us on Facebook or even Twitter. When you tweet with the hashtag NET Sports, or connect with us on Facebook. If you post on our Facebook page, you may see your post right here on our broadcast tonight, as we'll be running those posts throughout the game. There is Calvin Strong, maybe hashtag Calvin Strong tonight as well.
Calvin Strong. He's aware where the camera is, right? He's
all over him. He knows that.
Yeah, he knows there's a strong camera, right? That's what we had at Penn.
That's right.
Someone's got strong duty tonight.
So just a couple of plays in there for the touchdown, and ready to go here. Kicking deep is Heim. Austin Heim kind of squibs it through there. Up man takes it. That's Ducker. Ducker out past the 35 to about the 36-yard line. Junior Jays will take over there. Ducker getting an extra shove in or two. Or it was Ducker who drew that penalty flag for unsportsmanlike conduct earlier.
Ducker's feisty. That's what I like about him. I mean, he's gonna get out there. He's gonna fight back, and you know he's only a junior, so you got to look at Ducker as someone that's gonna come back and say, I've been there. I played against one of the best teams in recent memory. And hopefully he can turn it on for the offense here in the second half.
Ducker at the bottom of the screen, Rich in the backfield, and they will give it to Rich, who puts those shoulder pads down. One of the better runs of the night for Micah Rich.
Yeah, Rich, he gets downfield quickly here, and this is a hole that's going to be open that hasn't been that wide. So maybe you look at halftime and you get against that offensive line and say, hey, here's a new scheme. Let's double team that nose tackle.
9 yards on the carry for Micah Rich. His previous long carry of the night was 6. So that's the biggest gain of the night for Micah Rich, who has over 1,400 yards. Dropped in the backfield. Great job from that interior defensive line.
That was Jordan Strong. This is one of the most phenomenal plays as a nose tackle. It swims him, knocks over the pulling guard, takes out the fullback. That is an unreal play from a sophomore defensive tackle. He didn't even have to touch the ball carrier to make the play.
There's a good look at Jordan Strong, as you said. Ball loose in the backfield. It's picked up. And he might have got the first down. Ball rolling around on the ground, picks it up. And Rich out near a first. Let's look at it again.
That's another time where Strong's right in the backfield, but Rich, great job of making the play. It wasn't even a handoff. He just picked it up off the turf, and they're going to give him the first down.
So enough for the first down. Ball out to the 46-yard line. Rich in the backfield. The toss to Rich. Check that. That's Stovall now into the game. Number 20, Jeremiah Stovall with the carry.
Stovall's not too bad himself. He's going to get the ball 70 yards per game right now as a running back for Creighton Prep, and he's quick. He is a balance to Micah Rich, as we've learned from Sean, and you can see that he's going to get the ball when they did.
Stacked receivers out to the left, and he goes that way. Good gain on second down. That'll bring up about third down and 3 as they move into Viking territory.
John Marcotte on the catch there. He's a tight end. He's getting involved in the passing game. He doesn't get involved too often. As a receiver, he's caught 11 passes on the year coming in the game. That'd be his 12th catch, and getting it downfield a little bit here.
Rich split wide to the left. Now in motion comes Ducker. Give up the middle. And Stovall with the first down. Good carry by Jeremiah Stovall. So the Jays starting to mix things up here a little bit.
I think Stovall just took the ball from Lucky here. He just takes it, and he didn't want to give it up. Lucky didn't, but that was the right read. Take it from your quarterback. Sometimes you got to say, hey, let me make a play real quick.
Stovall again. Stopped by Jason Martin, the linebacker, along with Cole Bixler. Bixler and Martin both there on the tackle.
Those are two guys it's really hard to account for. This is a front for Omaha North. They usually go with that 3-down lineman front. They got the athletic middle linebackers who come up and play pressure up the middle. But Creighton Prep going with the shotgun snap and trying to mix it up for the look. Omaha North is on the heels a little bit here.
And Rich jumps off sides, so on second down and 8, they'll take a 5-yard hit.
Ball start, 21, 5 yards, second down.
And he meant to point the other way again. Did the official, so the false start was against the Junior Jays.
That's what you can't have. This is a momentum type drive for Creighton Prep. Their first drive after halftime. They're getting into Omaha North territory.
Lucky downfield, got a man. Right out of bounds inside the 20. Good connection on the pass from Zach Lucky to Ryan Hove. Hove pulls it in. Gain of 24 yards on the completion.
This is a big time throw. He's right in the middle of the field. This goes all the way to the sidelines. This is a 35-yard pass in the air. And Hove just hauls it in, gets his feet in. Great concentration. And he's going up against Markel Vaughn, who's one of the best defensive backs for Omaha North.
Snowball hit in the backfield by Strong. Jordan Strong drags him down for a loss.
Jordan Strong has figured something out. He is in the inside, and he's using a swim move to get into the backfield. There's really nowhere for the running back to go. I mean, you got to get a double team, some help on the inside. You got a great offensive line. Jack McLean for Creighton Prep. He's just got a tough matchup there in the middle with a very athletic nose tackle in Jordan Strong.
Loss of 1, 2nd down and 11. Back to pass is Lucky. Lucky under pressure, goes across his body and across the middle late. Fortunate that it was incomplete with 4 defenders in his face. Lucky gets it away. 3rd down, 11 now for the Junior Jays. Nice drive going here for the Jays.
You know, that's the time that you got a little bit more time for Lucky there, because you got a double team on Strong on the inside, because he's been in the backfield this entire drive, but they're still closer than they've been to for Creighton Prep. They have to convert here.
Rolling to his left. Pressured again. Flips it out there. Incomplete.
My goodness.
Great timing on the breakup by Markel Vaughn. Vaughn got there right as the ball arrived and swatted it away. So 4th down, one more look.
Well, the receiver here, Corpus, I believe that is. Actually, who is that for Prep? John Richter. And he's lucky that Vaughn went for the ball, because that was a well-timed connection. He gets him down to the ground. It looked a little violent up here, but almost made a play for the ball, and that would have been going the other way pretty quick. We've seen Vaughn with the ball in his hands. It's hard to stop.
So timeout on the field. And it looks like the field goal kicker is on the field to attempt the field goal, but it set a timeout called by the Junior Jays and interim head coach Andy Yost. So Calvin Strong on the night, 20 carries, 193 yards, 3 touchdowns, has led the way for Omaha North. They lead it 28-0 and really haven't gotten much credit tonight, but that Omaha North defense has really been outstanding. They've held Ridge to just 44 yards, a total of 33 yards on the ground for Creighton Prep. Lucky has begun to warm up here in the second half. He's now 6 for 15 for 83 yards and trying to put some points on the board. So in to try the field goal is number 94, Brandon Caniglia. Caniglia 3 for 4 on the season with a long of 30 yards, and this is right at 37 and a bit short. No good on the field goal try.
You know, with the wind at your back, you're kind of helping to get it up and let it carry there. It's an accurate kick. It's just going to fall a couple yards short, and the senior kicker, he's great on PATs, he's great on kickoffs, and the wind didn't carry it enough, but great form, good hold, good snap. That's what you had to hope for, but just a few yards short.
Let's go down to the field to Sean Callahan. Sean.
By Creighton Prep, because now a touchdown here by Omaha North would put them up 35 points, and the NSAA rules state they go to running clock. So obviously it was important for Prep to get points on the board if they didn't want that clock to start running here.
Look at Calvin Strong go. Broke a tackle at the line of scrimmage, cuts to his left. Calvin Strong in a foot race down the near side and shoved out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. Calvin Strong with a 75-yard run.
Calvin Strong is going to make his own runs happen. There's another guy in the backfield with hands on him, can't get him down to stiff arm, and then watch him just cut. You know, that's a move that you just don't see very often in high school. You can tell why he's one of the best running backs. Then the downfield blocking is what I love. You got Davion Reed. He's not involved in the pass game too much, but he's downfield blocking 30, 45 yards. That's team. And that's Calvin Strong showing why he's one of the best. He's over 250 yards rushing on the night, and it's only the third quarter. If he stays in, he's getting close to the rushing record, isn't he?
The keeper by Nelson, who dives into the end zone for the touchdown. Peyton Nelson on the keeper. And Omaha North is blowing this one open on top, 34-0.
And it's a team game. This Omaha North offensive line paving the way. Calvin Strong, he's within 100 yards of the all-time rushing record in the state championship game. And that was set back in 2002 by Millard North's John McCardle. 343 yards for McCardle. And Calvin Strong's getting close.
McCardle running in that Fred Petito offense where...
That's what they do is run.
Yep.
Hey, you know what that means? Omaha North, they're trying to keep the game a little bit longer. They're trying to get Calvin Strong closer to that 300-yard mark.
Well, Calvin Strong just 74 yards shy of the record. Calvin Strong, yes, Scott David Anderson, he is.
You know, a lot of people watching have probably never seen a running back of any caliber, any level run for, 350, 400 yards in the last couple weeks. Right? I mean, no one's...
That's right.
Yeah, it's very rare for a running back to run over 400 yards. And I think Calvin Strong, if he stays in the game, he's got a chance.
Been dynamite tonight. Dynamite all year long. Better than 2,000 yards on the season. Rushed for 3,008 last year. Better than 7,000 in his career. And now on top, 35-0 are the Vikings. Kick angled toward the sideline. It will be taken by Stovall. Check out Ducker. Ducker with it. Ducker still on his feet. Ducker down the near side. Kicker to beat. Ducker cuts it back. And he'll be drugged down at about the 45. And that young man will not give up.
Ducker is a playmaker. He's made a diving catch. He's made a great return. He's making plays on defense. And he had to go over his head like a center fielder and catch that. And he's not going to give up. This is what I like about this team. You got to have guys like this that are coming in. He's a junior. This is a game that you're not looking to score that many points in the second half, but these juniors got to play for something and get ready for next year.
45 yards on the return by Ducker. Double reverse. Here, little flea flicker. They'll go downfield. Man is back there. Incomplete.
Wow.
They go to the flea flicker, and momentarily they had the receiver open down the field. The receiver, Joe Rodino.
And he was going up against Marquise Lewis, who was faked a little bit, right? You see the double, the one reverse, he's going to come up. The second reverse, he's still going to stay up. But then we saw the pitch. He had enough time to recover. But I like those trick plays. I like that. Get the ball downfield.
Second down and 10. Flag on the play. We'll see if it was a false start.
Dead ball. False start. 35. 5 yards. Second down.
Well, Copeland jumped early from that fullback spot.
Matt Copeland, he's a big fullback, and he's a guy that he doesn't get the ball very much, but he's one of the guys you can trust. He's a senior coming in here, and nerves getting to you, but this team they're still running hard. They're blocking hard. This is an Omaha North team that's just strong, but Creighton Prep should be proud of what they're able to do to come back in the second half and play quite a different game than it was in the first and second quarter. They got Wrench involved in the passing game a little bit earlier with some screen passes, and Stovall's a good receiver as well. I think you might get the running backs involved and roll Lucky out a little bit.
Lucky back to pass under pressure. Lucky escapes one tackler but won't do it 2, 3, or 4 times, and he is buried back at the 42-yard line. Several men there, including Strong, Jason Martin, Noah Capeza was there.
Yeah, you can see this is a design screenplay, so these offensive linemen aren't missing Strong. They're playing against his aggressiveness, trying to let him go and set up a screen, and it was open because this is an Omaha North team that's going to try and play in the backfield, and that's what you hope to see the screen work with an over-aggressive defensive line, but couldn't make it happen there.
Cole Bixler made the first hit and then recovered to get credit for the sack, and here comes Jordan Strong. Fourth down and 21. On to punt it away is Peter Monahan. Monahan to kick it deep. Back for the Vikings is Vaughn and Lewis. Little running squib kick. Coming up to get it is Vaughn again.
My goodness, that is not something you coach, I'll tell you what. Markel Vaughn is trying to make plays. He's already made plays, and he comes up and just steals this ball. The coaches are laughing at him.
Well, you can laugh when you're up 34-0.
Yeah, you can do that. But look at Damon Benning getting a head pat on the head. Hey, do you know what Damon's saying right now? He goes, that's not what we coach.
He said, come on, that's not the way we tell you how to do that.
That's not what we do here. Is that pretty good?
That's pretty good.
Come on, man. Let the boys play. I could spend the whole rest of the third quarter as Damon Benning.
Pass over the middle, complete! Great pass from Nelson and hit him in stride. The catch made by Davion Reed.
Davion Reed came up big on Calvin Strong's long run, blocking downfield, and you know what? Martin's going to reward him, say, let's get you involved in the pass game. And this is a catch that ball's thrown a little bit behind him. Great coverage on the play. Hove is a great defender, and he's doing everything he can to stop it, but this is just a team full of playmakers. And Peyton Nelson, great throw, great catch for Davion Reed. And
34 yards, and here's Tavion Seals. And Seals dipping through defenders, and then a flag on the play coming in late, and it looks like it's going to be either a block in the back or maybe even unnecessary roughness on Omaha North. We'll see what the call is. A little extracurricular late in the play.
Dead ball, personal foul, 78, 15 yards. First down.
So that will back them up, 15 yards.
That's Michael Decker getting called with a personal foul for Omaha North.
Going to the sideline
is Mr. Stoltenberg.
Yep.
There's a battle in the trenches now. You don't have a running back like this, like Calvin Strong, if you don't have aggressive offensive linemen. Sometimes you get a little dirty, you get a personal foul call. And Decker, you like to see that aggressive nature in offensive lineman, especially one that's going to be playing the stadium for many years to come.
Backup backfield is in there. Nelson with the fake. He'll go up top, wide open receiver. Caught by Marquise Lewis and out of bounds for a first down for the Vikings.
Wow. A 20-yard catch for Marquise Lewis. And this is a guy, we already said earlier, his footwork as a receiver in high school, sometimes you have sloppy routes. These guys run great routes. They got great coaches. Omaha North, late in the third quarter, still playing very disciplined, fundamental football. They get a long first down conversion, and they got a chance to score again here. Is that Strong or Seals in the backfield, Larry?
Seals in the backfield now. Seals spins out of one and then runs into Brandon Bena. Bena with the big hit.
John Marcotte, another defensive lineman for Creighton Prep. He got involved in the passing game at tight end. Now he's making plays on defense, and you can bet on Bena to be on the play as well. He's a linebacker or a defensive back that comes up. And
second down, and we'll call it 7. They can get a first down without a touchdown. They get to the 1 yard line. Nelson faked it under pressure. Slips through that one tackle and then will be drugged down after a loss of about 1. But avoided a big sack, did Nelson, with some good footwork. Right there to apply pressure was Nick Janasek.
Nick Janasek getting involved. We've called his name a couple of times tonight. Then you see Michael Flynn, number 90, who plays receiver. He's a rare number 90 receiver on the offensive side of the ball, but he plays defensive back. And they corral him. And this is Peyton Nelson, who he can run when he needs to. He can make guys miss, but 3rd and 8. Prep needs to stop him here, that's for sure.
3rd down, they give to Seals, and Seals hit in the backfield by Janasek.
Seals slow to get up. That was a big hit. Janasek, number 42, he's got some highlight hits, and let's make sure that there's some attention given to Mr. Seals there. I mean, you love to see big plays, big hits, but when you see a player stay down on the turf, that's something we talk a lot about the importance of safety in football, but it's obvious that Seals is not in the right mindset. I hope that he's doing okay, getting off the field with some help.
One more look at it here.
And the technique here by Janasek, I mean, you can see the hit is it's a violent sport. It's sometimes hard to watch these hits, and but one thing to give to the linebacker here, Janasek, is he comes blitz. He stays tight to that offensive lineman, slips the blocker, the fullback, and is in the backfield in a hurry. And that's the blitz that Creighton Prep has used to get in the backfield all night.
Well, you could see Seals' knee buckle underneath him. Toss into the end zone, wide open, touchdown on 4th and 11. They go for it and find a wide open Whitcomb for the touchdown.
Whitcomb, another guy that's rarely used in the passing game, but Whitcomb, that would be his 4th catch on the year. That would be his 4th touchdown on the year. Every catch that Whitcomb has had this year has been a touchdown, and I bet it's been that same play call. Just throw it up, big guy, go get it. 4th down conversion for Omaha North, and they're getting everyone involved now.
And now for the extra point try is Austin Heim, and he drills it through this time and extends that lead now to 41-0. Tomorrow there is more live coverage coming your way of the NSAA High School Football Championships right here on NAT Sports. We'll kick it off bright and early, 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Class C2, then C1 at 2:30, Class B tomorrow night. All of the action on NET1, or just download our free app. You can catch it anywhere. NET Nebraska app. You can pick it up at our website. Let's go down to the field to Sean Callahan. Sean.
You guys just saw Devlon Whitcomb with that touchdown catch and talked about how little of a presence he has, but at next level, he's looked at as a great prospect. He's actually going to play at South Dakota at the FCS level with Calvin Strong. The two of those guys committed to South Dakota over the summer, and he's one of 4 guys on this North team that will play Division I or FCS football. So a pretty roster rich full of talent here, where you've got backup guys that you don't see a lot of scoring touchdowns, and they're still Division I type guys.
That's deep talent, and sometimes when you get so much attention, being one of the top teams in the nation for 3 years in a row, a lot of guys want to come see Calvin Strong, and they look across the roster and say, wait a second, who's this Whitcomb guy? And he's a big boy. 100% on touchdowns receptions.
So Austin Heim to kick it off. Heim, it comes down at about the 18. It will be taken by Ducker. Ducker with some room, and Ducker's had a couple of nice, maybe a few nice returns tonight. That out near the 40-yard line.
The special teams play for Creighton Prep is something that you can say has worked well tonight. The return game, other than the cover on that punt with Vaughn, but Ducker is doing a great job on the return game, and the clock continues to roll here, Larry. This is need to get a touchdown to stop the clock and get some time for Creighton Prep to get all their 4th quarter game plan in line.
As we said earlier, 35-point advantage, and we have a running clock, so the clock does not stop, except for timeouts and injuries. On the outside, there's Ducker with the catch.
Well, slow to get up for Omaha North is Noah Capezo, and Capezo was hunting. That was a middle linebacker who saw a receiver with the ball, and he was coming right. And you know what, Ducker, he's good, he's smart, he got to the turf pretty quick.
Gain of 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7 to give up the middle. Plenty of room there, leaning forward on a nice carry down to the 40-yard line of the Vikings. On the carry by Micah Wrench.
Micah Wrench, this guy that on the offensive line we haven't talked much about, but Ethan Rue has been quietly opening holes for Wrench tonight, and that's the biggest run that we've seen from Wrench. This is a time of the day where we need it if you're a Creighton Prep fan.
And that will do it for 3 quarters. They are in the books from Memorial Stadium, and the Vikings just 12 minutes away from winning back-to-back state championships.
Participating in Nebraska high school activities has taught me about teamwork.
I've learned how to lead among my peers.
At my high school, I have set goals and I work hard to accomplish them.
I like to run on my cross country team. It makes me feel good about myself.
The Nebraska School Activities Association, providing opportunities in over 25 activities in 304 high schools across the state of Nebraska. We are the other half of education.
Back at Memorial Stadium, along with Blake Lawrence. Down to the field, Sean Callahan. I'm Larry Putney. Here is the trivia question we asked you earlier in the show. Who holds the Class A state record with 6 touchdowns in a single playoff game? He's still playing in this thing called the NFL. Danny Woodhead from North Platte, 2002, 6 TDs. Jason Bishop from Grant, Nebraska knew the answer, so congratulations, Jason. We're sending you an NET playoff t-shirt size XL.
Danny Wood has got to say Calvin Strong has probably surpassed him on some of these record lists in Nebraska. But Danny Woodhead, one of the all-time greats. I like that. I like that Danny Woodhead trivia.
Ooh, what a hit. Cole Bixler, inside move, and wow. That might be the stick of the night.
Cole Bixler showing why he's led this team as a linebacker. And that's the up top contact. And celebrate, young man. He's getting close to 2 in a row.
3rd down and 11. And a flag on the play, and we're going to have a false start against the Junior Jays.
Dead ball, false start, 72, 5 yards, 3rd down.
So 3rd down and 16 now for the Junior Jays.
3rd and 16, you got to find Ducker. You got to find one of your receivers on the edge that can make a play, and you got to get some time, you know, and I think the key for that is to get the double team on the nose guard, Mr. Strong, who's been in the backfield all night, but they got to go to the air, and they're going to go to the air quite a bit. Another flag.
And some confusion on the part of the Junior Jays, and I think we're counting players here. Looks like they have 11, so not sure what that was for. We'll find out here. Our head of officials, Greg Ottoman from Omaha.
Dead ball, legal substitution, prep, third down.
There you have it. So back-to-back 5-yard penalties, and all of a sudden Prep is looking at a 3rd and 21.
12 players. Coach Bo Pelini told me a story one time that he was on this coaching staff at Oklahoma with Mark
12.
Mangino, and Mark said, I have a play that you cannot stop on defense, I promise you. He drew it up on the board, and Bo said, yes, indeed. But you got to trick the referees and let you have 12 players on the field.
Under pressure, he escapes Martin. And here comes Strong and Martin and crew all there along with Bixler. Bixler, Martin, and Strong combining for the sack of Zach Lucky. And Cole Bixler with the sack. Those are some sharp uniforms. Let's go down to Sean Callahan on the sideline.
Yeah, earlier in the broadcast here, you guys talked about Danny Woodhead. Well, sticking on the topic of NFL guys, North's got a couple of their own that really started this run for Larry Martin, and Niles Paul, who's now with the Washington Redskins, and then Phillip Bates, who won a Super Bowl ring last year with the Seattle Seahawks. But it was Niles Paul a year ago that went over to North. He purchased the Under Armour uniforms that you see these Viking players wear, and anyone that knows how much uniforms cost, it was a significant donation by Niles to outfit this entire Viking team with pants and jerseys provided here by Under Armour.
Well, I got a chance to play with Niles Paul here at Nebraska, and I know that style is something Niles all about, and he got to the NFL, and he's stayed powerful. This is his best year yet in the NFL, and
Well, he's really transitioned into that tight end role, and when there was an injury in front of him, he's really taken advantage of his opportunity with the Redskins. He's been outstanding this year.
I'm proud to know Niles, and I think he's proud to know these guys. This is a team that he can be proud of.
Oh my, look at Calvin Strong.
And a guy that he can be proud of, Mr. Calvin Strong. My goodness, how many guys can he make miss on one play? And how much talent, how much drive and desire. He doesn't need to be trying to break records or get downfield, but that's just the way that Calvin Strong runs the ball and plays football. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7th guy.
7, and no one got him to the ground. There were 7 missed tackles.
That is one of the most impressive 4-yard gains. You will think at 2-yard gains you will see. So 2nd down and 8. Strong again, still on his feet, keeps it alive. Calvin Strong spinning into Junior J territory, and another terrific gain by Calvin Strong.
There's something that you got to just appreciate about a guy that can go one-on-one, make one guy miss, and less than half a second later have a move ready for the next guy. He's got good vision. He's got great experience. Obviously, he's got to get his limp figured out, but he can sit down and rest. All right, Calvin Strong has done a lot for Omaha North's program. He's done a lot in the record books in Nebraska, and looks good in an Under Armour uniform. He'll look good when he goes up to South Dakota. They probably got a nice fresh one for him up there as well.
23 carries, 286 yards as Nelson will keep this. He gets to the outside, and Nelson driven out of bounds. Calvin Strong averaging 12.5 yards per carry tonight. Like he tweaked that knee a little bit. He was grabbing kind of toward the back. Couldn't tell if maybe it was a hamstring or... I'm sure Sean Callahan is on that one. 2nd down and 5 after the gain of 5 by Nelson.
You know, one guy that we haven't talked much about is Workman at center. I mean, centers for the offensive line, these guys are leaders, you know, and he's right there. He's got a great double team pancake, and he's just opened up holes. You got the running back in there, Tyrus Harris, who averages about 30 yards per game. But those offensive line, those starters are still in there working. That's pride. And these seniors, these are 4 of the 5 starters for Omaha North's offensive line are seniors, and they have paved the way for many a yard in their day. The Vikings They eat healthy over there.
Yeah.
North Omaha. What's the restaurant up in North Omaha where those guys are getting that grub?
Tyrus Harris in there at that I-back spot. Jamison is fullback in front of him. Harris kicks it outside, spins away from one, and gain of a couple. Peyton Nelson has also played a very nice game tonight at the quarterback spot for the Vikings. Nelson, earlier this year in the victory over Prep, was a very efficient 6 of 7 for 201 yards. Tonight, 5 of 9 for 91, so very similar numbers. He had 3 TDs the last time these two teams played. I would love to hear what you think about our coverage right here on NET as we bring you state high school championship action across the entire state. You can send us your comments as the fumble on the play, and that will be recovered by the Junior Jays.
Brandon Bain get in the backfield. Creighton Prep has just said, you know what, we're going to be in the backfield. That's our duty. There's blitzes on every play. You got Janicek in there, and you just got miscommunication. You got the backup running back in there, and Bain takes advantage of it.
Get out of the field and find out more on the status of Calvin Strong.
He actually was walking around here on the sidelines. Just has a small limp. Was showing the coaches kind of what happened. This looked like he might have tweaked or sprained his knee, but nothing severe. My guess is his day, though, here is done at this point, especially with this running clock.
As it ticks near 4.5 to go in the game. Handoff and the carry by Micah Wrench. Gain of 4 for Wrench. What a great season it's been for the Junior Jays, 11-1. You've seen a lot of posts running across the bottom of your screen during this state championship broadcast, posted on our Facebook page from Creighton Prep alumni, Junior J alum, who talk about what an outstanding job they've done to get to this point in the season. Ben McClay, by the way, in there now at quarterback for the Junior Jays, tripped up. And it really has been. The start of the season not ranked in the top 10. You heard Sean Callahan tell you that off the top of the show. And really have just clawed their way back and had an outstanding season. Their only loss this season coming into tonight was to this Omaha North squad.
And that's something you can be proud of. As a team, you look at Creighton Prep and their roster, they got some guys coming back. They got some juniors out there that are working their tail off, and right, you see the middle of the field open up, and there's the offensive linemen that are getting their last blocks in. But this is a proud team, and it should be a proud fan base because it's been 10 years since they've been in this situation.
They had a great opportunity to see the senior quarterback, Ben McClay, getting his opportunity and out there closing it out with another senior and Micah Wrench giving him plenty of time. Let's go down with more big picture on the Junior Jays. Get on to Sean Callahan.
Well, guys, flipping back over to North, when you look at this Viking team, I think when the dust settles, there's going to be some legitimate conversation that they are one of the better teams we've seen in Class A, maybe since some of those great Creighton Prep teams in the 80s, because just the way they've dominated, there hasn't been a championship game dominated like this since that Prep team in the 80s that won, I think it was 45-7, I believe it was the 85 Prep team. So when you go back and talk about this North team, I think we're going to be talking about them as one of the most dominant teams we've seen here in this state in a long time.
Yeah, it was the 85 Creighton Prep team that won 45-7. That Prep team finished 12-0 on the year. And this North team, as you said, Sean, they'll finish 13-0, and this is a 41-0 game here with a running clock. There was no running clock back then. 2:23 to go, and there is a flag on the field. And certainly one of the great running backs Nebraska has seen in Calvin Strong. Had a terrific performance tonight. 286 total yards on 23 carries. They're figuring out the flag. It's a good looking hat by Greg tonight. Don't you like that hat there?
Yeah, I would actually wore that one into the stadium. Then he said his ears were cold, so I handed it to him.
Holding 98 on the receiving team. First down.
So there was the flag.
Look at that hair. Golly. Is that I want to get a report from Sean Callan. Is that real hair? That's what I want to know. But you talk about 3 times in the state championship for Omaha North. 2 years ago, they fell to Millard North. Last year, they were crowned A champions, and they're lining up for perhaps their last walk off the field here.
Could be. I think they're going to walk off as a team as we get the substitution here. Hands together, walking it off. The timeout and a great ovation for an outstanding offense that's racked up 41 points here in this state championship game, and defensively just done a number on the Jays and really throughout the season.
Yeah, there's a lot of reason to be happy for Omaha North, and it takes a lot to get here 3 years in a row. It takes a lot to win 41-0. They're going to be able to run out the clock here. But there's a lot of reason. There's a lot of experience on the sidelines, not just on the team, but on the coaching staff as well. Sean, you could tell us a little bit more about the coaching staff. There's some head coaches on the sidelines, more than one, right?
It's really an all-star OPS staff. You've got David Benning, a former Husker, former Omaha Northwest head coach. Then you've got Rick Thurston, former Omaha Bryan head coach on this staff. You've got Lonnie Tapp, former Omaha Benson head coach, along with his son Brooks Tapp. It is a staff of guys that have been together and really built this. And Todd O'Neill, the offensive coordinator, he's been with Larry Martin since step one. He's been offered a number of head jobs around the city and has wanted to stay at North and watch this thing grow. So it's been about an 8 or 9 year process for Larry Martin and Todd O'Neill. It started with Niles Paul and Phil Bates. When those guys got there, that program took off. And then from that point on, they were able to get over that hump and beat the teams like Millard North, the teams that really kind of dominated. And after that first year when they lost to Millard North, you really saw this program, I think, catch fire and become the dominant force they become.
The heartache 2 years ago has turned into absolute elation the last 2 years for the North Vikings. Back-to-back state champions as Dimitri Clark is in there. The senior quarterback takes the knee. And just trying to run out the clock here. There's the last time there was a shutout in a Class A final. It was 1992. Lincoln Southeast in the middle of its run.
You know what? That's a great image, because Calvin Strong has carried this team in a lot of games, and now he's being carried by his coaches. There's a lot of ice on the field. It's a reason to celebrate. Back-to-back championships for the Vikings.
Well, we'll see if that was the last kneel down, as on 3rd and 15 they took a knee. Clock has not wound yet for the start of play, and that will do it. And that'll do it. The Vikings of Omaha North, back-to-back state champs in Class A.
They controlled this game from the start. They came in with confidence, but give credit to Creighton Prep. We've said this is a team that didn't expect to get here. Many of the media members and maybe some of the players didn't know that they'd have this good of a team. They got here and they faced a giant team, and that's the Vikings, who's proved very difficult to overcome, but Creighton Prep should be proud. Their fan base is proud on the sidelines to say congratulations to their players, but Omaha North, the victors 2 years in a row, a senior class that will be remembered for quite a long time, and quite a few guys coming back for Omaha North and quite a few coming back for Creighton Prep.
So congratulations to the Omaha North Vikings, 13-0, unbeaten and state champs. Medals and trophies will be presented when we come back.
No matter how you look at it, animal agriculture helps Nebraska's economy. The livestock industry provides increased tax revenues for schools and community services. Livestock enterprises also create jobs while contributing to existing businesses such as local banks and grocery stores. A thriving livestock industry helps maintain our current way of life, but also provides opportunities for the next generation of farm families. The Nebraska Soybean Checkoff helps to raise awareness of the importance of animal agriculture to Nebraska.
Behind the Outlet, Nebraska Public Power District is passionate about preserving and restoring Nebraska's resources. Whether rescuing fish during canal repair work, protecting avian species on the Platte River, or complying with all environmental standards at our power generating facilities, we actively balance our environmental responsibilities with meeting Nebraska's ever-changing energy needs. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
Over the years, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association has supported many Nebraska athletes by helping them excel physically. But the mental game is just as important. That's why we're pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and as leaders. We're proud to team up with these exceptional individuals. Together we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
Coverage of the 2014 NSAA High School Football Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, the Nebraska Tourism Commission, Nebraska Public Power District, Education Quest, the Aurora Cooperative, and Constellation. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We couldn't do it without your support. Back at Memorial Stadium, along with Blake Lawrence, Sean Callahan, I'm Larry Putney. Omaha North winning it 41-0 on top of Creighton Prep. I want to remind you, great time now to pick up your DVD copy of this state high school championship game. All you have to do is give us a call at 800-868-1868 or log on to our website, netnebraska.org, and pick up a DVD of this state championship. And now, for the presentation of the medal and trophies, we go to public address announcer Rich Broderson.
The Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. The award presentations will be made by NSAA Executive Director Rhonda Blanford Green, NSAA Board of Directors Nolan Byer from Millard Public Schools, Dr. Bob Resnicek from Boys Town, and U.S. Bank representatives Dolores Terway and Aaron Roush-Conaway. Here are the awards for Class A runner-up, Creighton Prep High School. Well, head coach Andy Yost and your assistants, please present the silver medals to the members of your team. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 8, Kristen Ducker. Number 9, Jake Hagee. Number 10, Will Hupp. Number 11, Zach Lucky. Number 12, Ben McClay. Number 13, Michael Corpus. Number 13, Nate Reiner. Number 14, David Lindsay. Number 15, John Richter. Number 20, Jeremiah Stovall. Number 21, Micah Rynch. Number 22, Ryan Hove.
Great season, man.
Number 23, Jason Johanic.
Gotta go ahead and get you healthy, brother.
Number 24, Cedric Henderson Smith. Number 25, John Sikowski. Number 26, Alan Reed. Number 27, Andrew Bays. Number 28, Martin Kosis. Number 30, Joe Rodino. Number 32, Derek Hobbs. Number 33, Brian James. Number 35, Matt Copeland. Number 40, Brandon Pena. Number 42, Nick Janicek. Number 43, Lucas Ripa. Number 44, Steve Janda. Number 45, Wayne Howell. Number 50, Greg Haug. Number 52, Alex Vendetti. Number 53, Joe Brandel. Number 54, Jack McClay. Number 60, Davis Becker. Number 62, Cole Furniture. Number 63, Josh Stoltenberg. Number 64, Connor Morris. Number 65, Eamon Morrison. Number 65, Tristan Wilson. Number 66, Ethan Rue. Number 67, Adam Malecki. Number 68, Eddie Johnson. Number 69, Mitch Ersick. Number 70, John Brendel. Number 71, Peter Garrels. Number 72, John Waltemath. Number 73, Andrew Emoti. Number 73, Joe Harold. Number 74, Drew Russell. Number 75, Omar Mora. Number 76, Alex McHugh. Number 77, David Bronchek. Number 78, Barrett Foley. Number 80, Ben Warren. Number 82, Logan McNeil. Number 83, Sam Montag. Number 84, John Marcotte. Number 85, Arthur Egan. Number 86, Joe Harold. Number 87, Bob Morganson. Number 88, Andrew Morrow. Number 90, Michael Flynn. Number 92, Dominic Witt. Number 94, Brandon Caniglia. And number 95, Peter Monahan.
It's been fun, bud.
Thank you, Coach.
And now, here is the 2014 Class A runner-up trophy. Congratulations, Creighton Prep High School.
I love the attitude. We are proud of it. Heads up. Congratulations to Creighton Prep. Prep has made the state championship game more than any other school in the history of Nebraska high school football, and another one to add to their credit, a runner-up finish here in 2014, the first time they've been here since 2004. So Creighton Prep back on the state football landscape, but it's great to see because they are certainly a big part of it. Time now for the presentation of our state championship trophy and medals, and for that we go back to Rich Broderson.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, to the champions, Omaha North High School. First, head coach Larry Martin. We have a special award for you. Coach, would you and your assistants please present the gold medals to the members of your championship team? Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 1, Marquise Lewis. Number 2, Trey Ammons. Number 3, Tavion Seals. Number 4, Jordan Strong. Number 5, Calvin Strong. Number 6, Brandon Simpson. Number 7, Grant Martin. Number 8, Dimitri Clark. Number 9, Peyton Nelson. Number 10, Jason Martin. Number 11, Davion Reed. Number 11, Ryan Moffitt. Number 12, Justin Jackson Williams. Number 13, James Morton. Number 14, Zion Williams. Number 15, Cameron Haran. Number 17, Raymond Gibson. Number 18, Jordan Nash. Number 20, Jaleel Jones. Number 21, Terry Thomas. Number 22, Markel Vaughn. Number 23, Keontae Tolbert. Number 24, Tyrus Harris. Number 25, Austin Heim. Number 26, Benny Avery. Number 27, Shaquan Smith. Number 28, Isaac Ward. Number 30, Devin Safford. Number 31, Chad Eliath. Number 31, Simon Sorensen. Number 32, Trevor Kutzer. Number 33, Patrick Jemison. Number 34, Cole Bixler. Number 35, Alex Williford. Number 36, Devron Rush. Number 39, Sam LaFurla. Number 40, Noah Capezzo. Number 41, Milton Sargbaugh. Number 42, Tyree Nero. Number 43, Daquan Walker. Number 44, Justin Jemison. Number 45, Cyrus Collins. Number 47, Devlon Whitcomb. Number 50, Brian Gilmore. Number 51, Jared Donaby. Number 52, Tyler Hall. Number 55, Clemente Taylor. Number 57, Nicholas Oz. Number 59, Martel Oliveira Torres. Number 60, Kendrick Parker. Number 62, Julius Buckner. Number 64, Logan Thurston. Number 65, Jalen Newsom. Number 66, Quayshawn Qualls. Number 70, Justin Edwards. Number 71, Andrell Sherrod Lewis. Number 72, Cyrus Pittman. Number 73, Desmond Brown. Number 74, Jacob Anderson. Number 75, Anthony Workman. Number 76, Neil Sellers. Number 77, Arlen Williford. Number 78, Michael Decker. Number 79, Jordan Johnson. Number 82, Marlon Hardiman. Number 83, Monty Smith. Number 84, Joseph Martin. Number 85, Christopher Crouch. Number 88, Danon Jones. Number 92, Bryce LaKicks. And number 98, Jalen One Feather. Now presenting the team champion game ball from Farmers Mutual Insurance. President and CEO Mark Walls to head coach Larry Martin. And now, for these outstanding athletes and their school, here is the 2014 Class A State Football Championship trophy. Congratulations, Omaha North High School.
First back-to-back Class A state champions in 16 years. That is a difficult feat to pull off, and even more difficult to go undefeated and do it in the fashion in which this team accomplished the state championship. Congrats once again to the Omaha North Vikings, state champs.
We'll wait for Decker, but we're still good. We got
terrific season for Calvin Strong as well.
A dominant performance by Calvin Strong, a leader of this team for so long. His last game leaves as an undefeated champion.
Let's go down to the field. Sean Callahan with some champions.
Guys, I'm with the head coach here of the two-time now defending state champion North High Vikings, Larry Martin. Coach, first of all, congratulations. It's never easy repeating as a champion. Just talk about what this means to finally get this done tonight.
Well, most importantly, I'm just so happy for the kids. I mean, everybody knows in order the types of sacrifices that you have to make in order to achieve something great like this, and I can't say enough about them. Our senior group we knew that they were special when they came in as freshmen, and they just never disappointed us. And their work ethic and their commitment to each other and to be humble and go about things the way that they did was so impressive, and I can't say enough about them.
What are the challenges of keeping a team motivated, and how did you guys do it throughout the year? Because you almost made this look like a scrimmage. It was too easy for you guys tonight out here at times.
Well, I know these kids wanted to make a statement tonight, and that statement was that they want to go down in history as being one of the best high school football teams in the state of Nebraska. And in my opinion, they solidified that. And that was a very good football team, but it was important to them. I think we 35-point ruled. Quite a few. 11 out of the 13 teams we played, and at one point in time, and we were just real happy, and they kept doing the things that we asked them to do.
And speaking about the best in history, you've got a running back in Calvin Strong. Statistically, there's no better in this state in 11-man football. What has Calvin Strong meant to this state, meant to your program, just with what you've had the last 3 years?
I think the biggest thing is that, he's very humble. And Calvin is such a great kid. People, don't know him, that don't know him that well. He's such a kid-centered, happy-go-lucky kid. And, he meant the world and all to our program. And our players love him. And, our linemen, didn't have any trouble doing the stuff that they needed to do for him. And it was great. So I'm blessed to have him and blessed to have, all of them in our family.
Well, let's bring in Calvin Strong here, the victorious two-time champion, Nebraska's 11-man all-time leading rusher. First of all, what does it mean to get this second championship here?
It means a lot to us, man. We've been fighting for this championship since last year. Even though we won last year, we know how to make a comeback and to get another one.
What kind of statement did you want to make here in your final game in Memorial Stadium?
A real big statement, man. Everybody that doubted us, always talking down about us, always have something to say about Omaha Vikings. But we just come out and play and start talking on the field, so we know how to make a statement in this game and just come out and play like we do always do.
Hey, Calvin, best of luck at South Dakota. I know everybody in the state enjoyed watching you here over your 3-year career at Omaha North.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Guys, back up to you in the booth.
All right, thanks very much, and congratulations to Calvin Strong and the rest of the Omaha Vikings. Omaha North Vikings winning back-to-back state championships in very impressive fashion tonight here at Memorial Stadium.
A proud group. Seniors winning it 2 times in a row. The celebration is just starting. Got to get back to work in the offseason, but they could be back here again. This is a talented team, great coach, and great program.
A reminder, tomorrow there's more live coverage of the NSAA High School Football Championships on NAT Sports. Class C2 Championship kicks off tomorrow morning right here on NAT, 10 a.m. Then tomorrow afternoon, Class C1. And we will conclude it all with the great showdown in Class B tomorrow night at 7 on NET1. Congratulations once again to the Omaha North Vikings, back-to-back state champions. And now for Blake Lawrence and for Sean Callahan and the entire NET Sports production crew, it's been a great day number 1. Can't wait for tomorrow. We'll see you back here tomorrow on NET.